Hi, this is Steve Jones C13 from Total Markout. This episode contains strong language, very dark humour, and heated debate. If you're not a fan of strong language or very inappropriate humour, then turn off now. However, if you're in for that kind of thing, then we've got the show for you. Just tune in, and then at the very end, leave all comments and questions, and I promise you we do read all of them. And then, hey, if you like the video, give it a like and share with your friends on Twitter. Alright, here's the show. We hope you enjoy. This is Steve Jones C13 here, and special episode. Fantastic! Gonna be a fantastic episode of Total Markout, because Jizme's back, and we love Jizme. We would never say anything bad about Jizme.
Of course not.
No.
Didn't we do that last?
Shut the fuck up.
But I think he may know. But I think he may already know.
Damn. Do you think he really bothered to fucking tune in to our last episode?
You mean episode 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have heard some things.
Told you.
If not, listen to the episode, twice.
I told you so. I said he'd do it. I said he would. But no, your idea was let's go off on the rock and let's bully him.
Wait. So you actually listened to episode 2?
You certainly did. And I've heard I've been misquoted a few times as well, which I'm not happy about. Legit.
Dan.
I told you you'd do it.
Dan, it's alright. I've got this, alright? Don't you worry.
Okay.
Look, Jason, right? I have to admit, I did kind of convince Dan to come over here to record an episode without you, right?
That's fine. I was fine with that.
Yeah, but
I wasn't here.
And I know there's a lot of things bad said about you, but like I said, I invited Dan over here to do the show, but it was all his idea to mock you. It was his idea to bitch about you. Shut the fuck up. You're as tall as he am. I'm 5 foot. What the point? As far as I'm concerned, yeah, you eat that biscuit and shut your fucking face.
I genuinely believe that.
Yes.
I don't think it was you at all.
Excuse me. Who's the executive producer? Shut the fuck up.
You said it to do it. You said he wouldn't mind. You said he'd just take it as a joke. It's all a rib.
Now, did I say that, or did you say that?
I just may have said the rib part, but you said he'd take it as a joke.
Well, who doesn't take rape as a joke?
To be fair, I don't know.
Oh.
Apparently we made a few enemies as well.
Damn. Well, seeing as we're all here now, Jizme, you might as well get your revenge on us, because Jizme's been to see TNA UK live tour in Manchester.
Damn right.
Which is why he wasn't here last week to record the show.
Maximum Impact or something?
Maximum Impact Tour, the most important show I was been at. Sorry guys.
And so
until April when you watch WrestleMania.
We're going to get a review of the show, and apparently we're going to get schooled and corrected on a few mistakes, and I use air quotes there.
Yes.
That we apparently made.
Why you did that, considering no one can see it?
That's why I described it.
Makes no sense.
Wank feast.
Quotation.
You guys can see me. Don't anyone do the scene of shit. I'll knock you out.
I wouldn't even degrade myself with that.
Exactly. So, Jizme.
But he can't see you.
Take it away.
Well, first of all, yes.
Thank you, Jizme. Anyway. Okay. In case you missed that, he stuck his middle finger up at me. I just want to keep it consistent. Right. So, Jizme, tell us all about it.
Well, I'd have to put this out there. It was probably the best live event I have ever been to. And I think it was my 16th event with WWE, WCW, now TNA, and honestly, the atmosphere in Manchester.
You go to the All-Stars as well, WWO. Hey, sorry.
I didn't, no.
Halfway high.
Nah. So I have to say, Manchester was a hell of a lot better arena than Newcastle as well.
Yeah, it is a nice arena. Like, I was just there for TV.
And the stage and everything was top class. We had Titantrons at a house show. You know what I mean? You don't see that crap with WWE.
Well, I have to say they have just updated them.
Yeah, just.
Because basically WWE just went, yeah, do you see what TNA are doing? Yeah, they have Titantrons. We should consider doing that.
Yeah, really should.
Well, we spent, what, 2 million I heard, or something. It's well over 2 million on just the live stuff there, but
yeah.
Not the TNA.
Anyway, first of all, I'll go through the card and the results.
Okay.
To open the match, open the card with a 3-way X Division match for the X Division title with Austin Aries, Alex Shelley, and Mark Haskins.
I mean, they were interrupted by the old Raw feed.
Yeah.
professionalism, people. Anyway, was it?
Professionalism would be going to pick it up and say hello.
Professionalism would be us not doing the show.
Anyway, back to TNA. I have to say it was a really good match. An opener got the crowd hyped. Even Haskins showed me some moves I never thought I'd see him do. Paul.
Well, when you got a match with a guy like Alex Shelley in there, you're gonna have a good match.
Well, it's double as well.
Yeah. Right, yeah,
Both are hell of a talent. Haskins, you haven't seen much of him.
Not really, no, about 3 matches.
So it'll be interesting to see if this could be a development or whether they just use the English lad because they're in England.
Well, actually, it was surprisingly, it was really over.
Did they get like equal exposure?
Yeah, definitely. At first, Shelley and Haskins double teamed Double A, obviously being a heel. He ran out.
The thing is,
they're two completely different people. Double A.
Yeah, because every time I hear Double A, I'm gonna go,
double.
oh, I understand, Spinebuster the bastard. And then it's some fucking guy that I don't know.
The greatest man ever to live. Self-proclaimed greatest man ever to live.
All right, I was about to say, there's a lot of people going to argue with you on that one.
He's one of my favourite vegetarians.
Bear in mind, you're talking about a world where Billy Connolly exists.
Anyway, back to TNA on that note.
TNA Special Edition, Billy Connolly.
Did he do a running or something? I don't understand why I'm talking about Billy Connolly here. So what's the finish for that one? Any good highlights or?
Yeah, Hurricane Ranas and high spots and just
Frankensteiner.
No, that wasn't Scotty wasn't there, unfortunately. I was very disappointed.
Scotty doesn't.
Do you remember he was doing an interview with someone,
yeah,
like a legit interview, where he fucking snapped.
He
was like, "It's a Frankensteiner, not a Hurricane."
Good point. Well made.
Yeah, it's because of Japanese.
Shit, I've just offended Scott Steiner.
Right. You tell it's a TNA special, folks.
So
retained the title. Brainbuster on Shelley.
Alright.
He ran them both into the turnbuckle while Haskins was on the top rope. Smashed them down, hit the Brainbuster and got the pin.
Right, and after that,
like I said, I was saying before.
Sorry, Steve Jones.
Surprisingly,
Scotty doesn't know.
Surprisingly, the crowd actually knew who Haskins was, which really got it was the most. I was really shocked. And it wasn't just because they announced him from Manchester, because probably the night before they announced him in Brussels and Nottingham, and he was still over.
To be fair though, they reckon that if they can't get Jomo, they're going to push him as Morrison's TNA type of guy.
So it could be an interesting time for the young career.
See how the young lad goes.
The second match was Douglas Williams, who obviously got one of the biggest pops of the night, versus Crimson.
Oh, but that was a great match. Crimson's a hell of a hand.
Tag team champion.
Tag team champion.
I was really surprised at this match because obviously they're going undefeated streak. No, Crimson supposed undefeated streak, but we'll go into that later. We really will.
Okay, I'm happy.
Right. I was disappointed because obviously Williams got beat, but it was a really good match. He got an ovation at the end. Crimson was despised by the crowd. Not only because he was fighting Williams, no, he was despised by the crowd in general.
Yeah.
He just wasn't over at all.
Well, that's the problem. That's my main problem with TNA is the impact. So usually it's the same bunch of people every week, and they're all listening, they're all watching. So if you get over with them, you're gonna think you're over. But when you tour, you're obviously not over.
I was shocked.
So I'll touch upon that later on when I actually have a right to speak.
Yes.
Once we've
obviously
Scott Steiner.
Exactly.
Obviously, once he got booed, he was healing it up after that. Naturally,
It was the same as Orton did in Liverpool.
Well,
because he come out first, so nobody even knew who he was wrestling. So
yeah. Well, the thing is, if you should go with what the crowd do.
Yeah.
If the crowd want to boo you, then fucking heal it up.
Just to touch on it briefly, on that sort of point, when I went to watch Liverpool tape and it was Barrett versus Orton, halfway through, Orton switched heel and then switched back because he got booed.
Yeah.
The crowd, he went up yours and whatnot. Crowd cheered for that because they were like, well, we respect you for listening.
Yeah.
And then he turned face straight away. It was like, well, what the fuck's going on here? So after that was...
It was a knockouts action with Tara and Mickey James versus Gail Kim and Madison, which was a non-title match, which basically spoiled the finish in
Did
our
it
opinions.
now?
It really did. Well,
It spoiled it, did it?
as soon as they announced non-title,
Spoiled? Well, I mean, that'd be like a phone going off consistently during the podcast.
yeah,
there.
possibly, quite possibly that.
It's got Steiner calling. I was.
It's TNA. They want me
The thing
back.
is- the
They
thing
missed
is-
me off last week.
The thing is,
It's a sting saying you're on Impact this week.
So I'm happy for all the names in there, bar Madison Rain. So
And Madison Rain's actually quite a good talent when it comes to like the knockout division. She's one of the better ones.
I'm starting to get the feeling that I would have had a good time if I'd gone to see it. Even
Oh,
though,
yeah,
even
yeah.
though I would have known what the fuck was going on. I don't know what's going on, but I like what they're doing in the ring, and that's what I give a shit about.
Well, there's a certain point that you mentioned to me when we were watching the Rumble together that the crowd kind of popped for.
That might be later.
Well, we'll talk
Is that
about
a later situation?
So to me, anyway.
Is that
going
after
back-
9 o'clock when the kids
No,
go to bed?
that maybe, yeah. No. So basically, when it got announced non-title match, well, we all said, well, Tara and Mickey James
Yeah,
is
the
going to
face
go
is
over,
gonna
so
go
what's
over,
the point?
yeah.
But what
To be fair though, if you were to say a title match, you
yeah, but you could have got a DQ or
Yeah.
something like that. But we straight away
or
knew.
change the titles.
No, not on a house show.
Not TNA on a house show.
Not over here.
They're not men on a mission.
But that's the thing. I mean, because that's the thing. When I complained about the title changing hands at a WWE house show, the first thing that happened was one of you two saying, "Well, no, that's a good idea."
It is a good idea. I'm all for title changes on there.
I'm so.
On house shows.
As long as they mention it on TV.
Yeah, I'm the same. I
'Cause
mean,
that's what really gets to me.
I'm the
'Cause
same. As long as they mention it, I'm happy with
Because
it.
when Mickey James won the women's title
It
in
gives you
Paris, they never mentioned that, and Melina won it back in the same night. That was annoying.
So, how is that in any way different to the title changes hands at a house show in TNA?
No, I just didn't think it would happen in England. That's what I'm saying.
No,
I mean, there was no chance of it happening, especially when we had TV explosion. You know what I mean? There was not a chance that it was going to happen. So it was.
It's like the fucking Twilight Zone.
How
I'm
is it
defending Scott Steiner and suggesting a title change at a house show. He's going, no.
No, I would have loved to know. I would have loved to have seen it.
What's wrong with me?
I don't know. I think it's after effects of last night. Anyway,
Are you
right.
still a little
So
drunk?
Earl Hebner was the ref, and this was one of the ones that got the biggest pop.
So who got screwed?
No,
The
touches on
chant
that.
was all at him. You screwed Brett.
Yeah.
You screwed Brett. So he took his referee t-shirt off, and underneath that he had a striped. Damn right I did. Damn right I did. But it was still referee attire, so it was fine. So he continued like the
He
first time.
embraced the
He
hate.
damn right he did. During the match, one of the he got involved with Madison Rain, as we've seen many times on Explosion and Impact, where
Sorry. When you say he got involved, you got
well, hang on.
Oh, yeah.
He grabbed Madison Rain and they got off with each other.
Shucky, quack, quack.
Oh my! And
Oh,
he's did
been
his
there.
whole little dance and he's all happy and he's
That was
like,
Powell old now and he's finally getting with a diva.
and then they rolled Madison up from that. And then afterwards, they both Tara and Mickey James both kissed Earl Hebner on the cheeks. He actually fainted like he had a heart attack and dragged himself back up. And afterwards, just for the crack, Tara grabbed Mickey James and stuck her tongue down her throat as well. So everyone was happy before the break.
So hold on.
Are they doing a repeat tour of?
Halfway through the knockout, well, towards the end of the knockout title match, the tag title, sorry, as well, they decided that they were just going to have an orgy.
It certainly looked that way.
Sorry.
They decided, do you think at some point,
Yes.
do you think at some point Gail Kim's sitting there going, I forgot the finish, and Madison's going, I'll just kiss Earl again, he'll be alright with
Yeah.
that.
What's fantastic? Can you imagine like if you remember the TNA hardcore pay-per-view they did to do their send-off, and you had the Dudley
Yeah.
Boys, and they ended up just having a dance-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just see watching this going, I'm
And
glad we didn't think of
And the
this.
lightsaber fight.
I had to watch that match again a couple of days ago on YouTube just to remind myself of it.
But it's the FBI versus Simon Diner, Swinger and Cash.
Oh, and that. I wasn't watching it for the people in it.
I was.
It was.
I was.
He knows who was in it. Right, he knows.
He was watching it for the dance moves, getting tips.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've never seen anyone move as slow as Simon Diamond.
Me.
Anyway,
I was.
Back to TNA.
I once danced with my shadow. I stepped on its toes.
Class.
so if the crowd
Yes.
wasn't hyped up after that, Then Gunner came down. Well, I think there was 2 people in the crowd cheering for him, and I was one of them. Yeah, let's say Gunner's not very over.
Is it over as a heel, or is he just not over at all?
I actually think it was because of the heel. Like
But did he get a reaction, or was he?
Oh, I got booed.
Right.
Well, there you go.
But then-
Gunner's not supposed to be over, is he?
I
He's
know,
supposed to be.
but I thought there'd be more than 2 people.
Well, he is. He's
But then
he's
he
got
was
heat.
fighting AJ Styles, and the crowd went mental.
I can imagine.
And I really mean mental.
That to me, from what we've heard so far, would be my match of the night. I would look for that would be an absolute great match. We've had some great ones last few weeks.
It was a really good match.
Because I think Gunner is a one to watch with TNA this year.
To be fair, it was a good job the break came off that because the crowd did need a cooling down point
burnt
because
out.
it was so over. AJ won with unbelievably the Pele, which I don't know that actually finished in the match. Not a Pele, the Pele.
But isn't that
And I even said they should have changed to the Rooney because they're in Manchester.
But isn't that the thing with AJ Styles? He's got that talent so he can finish a match with any move. So he really is.
But he hasn't used the Pele for stopping a while, has he?
That's why I think with AJ, the nickname, and yes, I'm not on my side today, but I think his nickname, the Phenomenal One, is very well applied.
I mean, AJ Styles. Well, I remember catching like early Ring of Honor stuff from AJ, and it was AJ versus Daniels. So that was pretty much where it started. Everything started with them two. I remember watching them two and thinking, "Oh my god, who are these two?" And then catching the TNA the next time it was on, and them two of them going, "Wow."
Yeah, it's like with AJ Styles. If he wins with an elbow to the back of the house, I mean, you're like, yeah, it's AJ. He can win anyway. When CM Punk does an elbow drop on the top rope, it's not a fucking finish.
No, it's a tribute to the Macho Man. That's all that is.
Yeah, but someone tell the fucking ref that.
Tell the ref not to count for it, especially when Swagger's arm goes up.
Don't blame Jack.
But that's what I love about.
But who else are you going to blame? Swagger's arm was up at 2.
Punk. Let's blame Punk.
Let's not blame Punk.
It's all his fault.
Punk was pissed
it's all
afterwards.
CM Punk's fault. If it was all Hulk Hogan's fault last week, it's all CM Punk, and it was Daniel Bryan's fault.
It wasn't even there.
Who cares?
CM Punk doesn't have any kind of creative control over WWE.
Oh, right. Of course he doesn't.
No, but
That's why he has his own theme tune, folks.
But here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Sorry, 1 minute. He has his own theme song.
Everyone
has his own theme song.
I'm going to threaten her to leave.
Yeah, Wade Barrett. In a story. You motherfucking stupid mark.
TNA, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway.
TNA's got a great referee plan, I just know that much. He's going to be a referee in TNA now.
Apparently Sting's just called him up and says, can he make it for against all odds?
So we've got a Divas match, we need you to referee.
Fine. At least that would be, but I wouldn't knock that because
you don't need a ref shirt, but you may need some, chapstick or something.
No, it just needs Madison to talk to him.
That's fine.
Madison took that squeaky little shrill voice of hers to talk to him and he'd be sent away.
Yeah, that's one complaint I have about the knockouts, apart from the fact that some of them are shit. It says, could you please shut the fuck up?
No.
It's like, it's the same with WWE Divas as well. It's like, if you get hit, right? Or whatever. But do not, for the love of God, just go all the fucking time. Look, scream when you're being raped, okay?
No, we're not going there. We're not going there, Jizzy.
Never said anything.
We're not going for them story angles you've got, right?
What does he...
Oh, he has rape stories, murder stories, anything you want.
Murder stories would be good in WWE and TNA.
Just you said
That's how you get
You
rid
said
of-
what the world of wrestling is missing is a rape storyline.
No, I never said that.
Excuse me? I did Mike and Michael Cole.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's next?
Anyway, right. So, but what I was also going to say, during the matches we had JB and Christy Hemme on the mic, and they were giving out backstage passes to the fans, to the loudest fans, and they were coming on in the audience, which is really good. So, unfortunately, we didn't get them near us, which I was a bit disappointed about, but never mind. So, I think we had about 7 or 8 go backstage.
Yep.
So, just lucky buggers.
Indeed.
So we come back from the break, and then it got announced. The match got announced. We were on TV for TNA Explosion.
That was,
oh my
but
god.
wasn't that already confirmed beforehand the talk?
Isn't
That
that
they were
like-
going to have Explosion in 2 days?
Isn't that like getting your show on BBC 4 though?
No, it's TNA
No,
Explosion.
it's more like in a show and challenge. Oh, wait a minute, that's where it airs, isn't it?
Really?
Oh,
TNA Explosion. And what it was,
Yeah.
to shock the people even more, it was the world title match between Bobby Roode and Samoa Joe, and they even mentioned Samoa Joe had won the TNA Maximum Impact tournament for this world title shot. Finally, people have recognised continuity. Unlike WWE, we don't just drop our storylines, we actually work up to them.
Okay,
Yeah,
TNA.
'cause TNA
I've got one. I've got one.
Yeah.
So TNA don't drop storylines.
Not all
So
the
did you
time.
ask Joe about the ninjas?
It is.
And what did Joe say?
Yeah.
No,
He was
I was going to.
He
Joe
was
was kidnapped.
by fucking ninjas.
It was.
But what happens 2 weeks later? He comes back. Nothing's wrong with him, and there's no mention of it.
Wasn't
Why?
2
Because
weeks.
Russo had wrote it before Bischoff came in. Bischoff comes in and says, "That's bollocks,"
It
and
wasn't.
they dropped
It
it.
wasn't 2 weeks. I'll just have you know.
But what was it then?
It was quite a while, but it wasn't 2 weeks. Like.
It was
It was
like,
still dropped.
Yeah,
and
but
here's-
that's all to
yeah,
be
but
revealed.
Jimmy, the problem is, the truth is, yeah, WWE drop their storylines because they don't make sense and they can't make them work. TNA takes storylines that don't make sense and don't work and prolong them for 5 fucking months.
That's dedication to try and save it. That's trying to save it.
No, here's the thing. I can sit on the bog and go, wow, I've got some stomach issues. I'll go see a doctor to sort this out. Well, I'll take some medication. What TNA do is, my stomach's hurting. I'm going to sit in the bog and take a shit for the next 2 years.
I just read a book.
Yeah.
Hashtag handicap match, folks. Hashtag handicap.
It doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, Sting will just get the world title again. That's the default button.
Good.
If everything goes
Good though. That is how it should be.
Sting
You give
is
the young guys all the chance, and you give it back.
Yeah,
to Sting.
Sting-
At his title reigns. Fucking
But that's the thing,
Triple
isn't
H.
it? Yeah, but that was it, wasn't it? John Cena and Sting are the default buttons for their respective companies. If all the storylines have gone
But
to
at least-
shit,
At least Sting's a good default button, though.
deploying job machine.
At least Sting gets out. You know what I mean? At
No,
least
Sting
Sting gets
does
the
get-
job
Yeah,
done.
Sting.
Unlike
Sting,
Cena,
yeah, Sting can wrestle.
he doesn't
gets
bore.
up.
Sting
Yeah.
doesn't bore people.
Yeah, and
Except maybe it's the odd exception in this room.
to be fair, you are quite boring, but you'll get more exciting eventually.
Alright.
Your beard's very exciting.
Now good.
I don't know whether it's going to fly off your face and attack people or not.
That's fine. As long as it doesn't job.
You wouldn't job if your life depended.
Anyway, Bobby Roode got the world title victory with a low blow to Joe
Yep.
and
Yeah.
the fisherman suplex for the win.
Pay off.
Oh, I got really downhearted there because I was looking
No,
at the next
no. Here's a point. I asked him on Sunday when I first talked about this. I go, so what was finished? He goes, oh, Bobby Roode finished clean. I go, was clean? He goes, well, kind of. He hit a low blow and then hit his finish.
That's clean.
It was
man.
how was that clean? He hit a low blow.
It's clean,
You
man.
got the win clean.
You got the clean win on Joe.
Fucking clean. So what's dirty then?
Oh, you have to hit someone with a crowbar.
Clean.
Yeah.
He got the win fucking clean.
That was
Have a
true.
laugh.
I have to say, seeing Joe alive, I did earn some. I absolutely despise Joe and think he's one of the most overrated wrestlers there has ever been. But he did surprise me and put a really good match on with Bobby Roode.
He's crying in the corner. We've broken Steve Jones 313.
It was a clean finish. Yeah, I took a sledgehammer to his nutsack. What? The ref didn't see it.
Well, at least it wasn't a DQ. That's what I was trying to
Yeah,
say.
exactly. Yeah.
Just your terminology was well off.
You know what I mean?
Go on then. What was,
But I got really disappointed because I've looked at the next name on there and I was sincerely hoping it was a match.
No. This would have been
what,
Steve Jones' favourite moment of the night. Dixie Carter came out to address the crowd. Yes, Dixie Carter. Aye, I heard that last week. That's how I emphasise people. So
to
I
be
did
fair,
it
how
again.
often do you hear Vince McMahon come out and fucking live door?
Yep. So I was quite happy
In
to
fact,
say
it was
it.
a bang
I'm a
on
Dixie
impression.
Carter fan, and I'm all behind Dixie Carter for running TNA. She, you know what I mean?
Yep.
She brought in all these people I love, so you
She
can't
doesn't
knock her.
technically run TNA.
Well, you know,
she just pays the check.
yeah. So
No,
she
her
came
daddy
out.
pays the checks.
She came out with the contest winners who got to walk her to the ring.
I didn't even know it was a contest to do that.
Oh. Hashtag not a real fan, but we'll come into that
Oh,
later.
Oh, I'm not a real fan.
Well, you clearly don't watch.
I watch.
How have you not seen that advertised nearly every week?
No, what I've seen advertised is Karen and
The sad-
Jeff coming
yeah.
on and advertising a Velvet Sky competition.
Yeah,
I've not seen
the
a,
sad-
I've not seen
and
a
the
Dixie
Dixie
Carter.
The sad thing is,
Yeah, but if I watch it once, JP, I'll just rewind, fast forward it until I get to the fucking next part after the break. I don't need to watch the competition entry every fucking time it's on. You enter it once, then you move on. Well, you don't move on if you're stuck in the 1980s.
Oh, better time. So she came out and addressed the crowd and said, "I wonder who it was." And I actually thought of Steve Jones here because how he despises the woman, but at least she come out to do that. Would you see most of the WWE owners do that, or people at the top? No, you wouldn't.
Anytime.
On a house show, not televised now. There was only explosion that was televised. None of this else was televised. So that's just keep that into account.
I'm sorry, but
before you say your point.
What I like the fact is that he goes and the WWE owners. There's only like a couple in it because of the one family.
You know what I mean?
I don't know because.
Have you ever seen Vince on a house show? Have you ever seen? You know what I mean?
I've seen Vince.
Yeah.
I've seen him go out of a hotel.
Yeah, not on a house show though.
It was Liverpool.
Yeah, in the hotel, but you didn't.
Yeah, but the thing is, the WWE fans have a different attitude. If Vince McMahon came out, it was like and kept saying, "Oh, we love you guys" and all that. People would be like, "Yeah, you're saying that to suck up."
Well,
but he could no.
I didn't like it at WrestleMania 20.
Like heel up. You know what I mean?
I didn't like it at WrestleMania 20 when he came out and did the whole thank you for the 20 years and all that. I was like, it ruins the mystique of Vince McMahon.
The point of Vince McMahon, right? Whether it's OOC or in character, is we don't want to hear or see much of him. We want him in the back. Now Dixie Carter is more. Yes.
We don't want Vince on screen.
No.
I'll disagree.
No, I'm gonna call bullshit.
I'm calling bullshit.
I know.
Vince McMahon should be doing what he was doing in the 90s and the early 2000s. That's what type of character he should still be doing right now.
Vince as a character is a great character.
No.
Right. Just me. Right.
I'm calling bullshit as well.
Right.
Vince McMahon as a character is absolutely
great. He
great.
should be still running.
Okay.
None of this general manager bullshit.
Right, look,
he should be running the two shows.
I could either school you both now, or I can school you both later.
Bring it, boy.
Right. Here's your problem. You are both incredibly naive about this thing. Vince McMahon cannot do the same fucking character he did far back ago. He's not in the physical fucking shape to do it. He said so himself that he's not in the shape to fucking do these kind of things anymore. When he was younger, he could still fucking bring it.
Can I say I'm not asking for a match or anything? I'm asking for him to be like Teddy Long.
Point. You were saying you don't want
the Teddy Long role.
But there's no threat to Vince McMahon anymore.
There could be.
There is not. There's not this thing. Even when he was like about to fire John Cena, it was just like you look decrepit. You look.
From seeing, I've seen him maybe 2 feet away.
I've been saying that for years.
Really, his age has catched up with him in a big way.
No, but he looks. I just look at him and I just think, oh.
But if he wants to do it, all right.
There's a way around it. I mean, think about it. Vince McMahon is the godfather of wrestling, right?
Yeah.
So where's his Luca Brasi? Where's his? You've got Triple H as his second in command. Yeah. It's just Tom Hagen. But where's the rest of the corridors?
That's the thing. The only way you can, in my eyes, make Vince McMahon a threat is when you have the people who are generally threats in your eyes scared of him. That's how it always works.
But what? So why not? If you can put that across on TV quite easily if you work the right talent.
Plenty of people.
I can't see. Yeah, but every time I see someone acting that way at events, it's also fucking cowardly heel. That's a wimp anyway. What you need.
That's what I mean. Why don't you bring Show?
What you need is someone like Cena to be fucking scared of. It's a man.
What about Show?
Big Show. He's a teddy bear.
Yeah, but Show. We all know Show's given that impression recently since he came back. Yeah. Show is on the verge of snapping and turning heel.
If this Ruben match with Shaquille O'Neal at WrestleMania, he will definitely be turning heel.
Fuck Shaquille O'Neal.
No, I'm just saying, he will be heel for this.
Yeah, but
if this happens, this will be the heel turn.
Can I go back to Show? If he turns heel and he becomes monster heel again, he's scared of Vince McMahon?
Right. This is getting very much into the WWE aspect. I want to quickly go back to TNA, but I will say, and I'm not saying this as an end of argument. I'm just saying this so we can pick up later. My problem with it is I don't think there's anyone really in the WWE right now who can do that convincingly. We can touch upon this after the TNA stuff and all that jazz. So, I want you to think about that. If you, other than Big Show, obviously we'll talk more about Big Show. If you can think of other people that can do that, then great. I could be schooled on this shit. I'm not always right.
And you will be.
No. No, that name does not apply.
Right, anyway.
TNA.
So after Dixie Carter,
what did Dixie Carter say?
She just came out. She thanked the coach. She was saying how wonderful it was for us to be there. That they were coming back next year. 2013, and they're actually in Glasgow this time, so that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Told us about like the contest winners, but she had a special guest in the crowd,
Yes.
which was the old lady who fought the muggers off during the raids.
Oh, that's nice.
And she was in the front row.
Yeah.
And she actually got special recognition in what she did and got a big ovation from the crowd. So I thought that was really good of TNA to do that.
Points to Dixie Carter.
Right? Yes. And
I'll tell you what, how about I tweet that to Dixie
Right,
Carter?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll tweet that.
So I really thought it was good of it, and then she left, and that was all. It was only a 5-minute segment, and that was all. 5-10 minutes that, and then it was just like, now we're doing the main event. And
What was the main event?
the main event. Well, the first, it was Kurt Angle and Bully Ray come out. Bully
Yes.
Ray unzipped his jacket, and he had a Liverpool shirt on with Steven Gerrard in the middle of Manchester.
And, yeah, just want to briefly explain that to people who
You
may not know.
that. Well,
Like
Liverpool, Manchester United, well, biggest feud in football going. Steven Gerrard, one of the most hated players in Manchester. So
Either side,
yes,
either way,
either way, because and even he could have promo, and he just United and City just to get so the entire crowd was.
I
at
did
him
hear
just
that when he was
about.
in Nottingham, he just ripped into Brian Clough.
Yes.
Just destroyed
Yes.
Cloughie and Forrest.
So that's what he did, and that was perfect. That's cheap heat, and that's what I like. Some nice cheap
You
heat.
do, you-
That's exactly what I would love
But
to
if
do.
there
If I
are-
got a new independent scene, I would love to come up with a Newcastle shirt. Not wear it, just hold it. Come up with the music and just rip it, spit on it, throw it away, and that's how I would just
But
love
what
to
you
get
mean? You
over.
come out to local hero.
Yeah, definitely. That is what I would love to do, and then just be straight
No,
at us.
Well, Brett did something similar in WCW, didn't he?
No.
Where he came out as he had the Canadian hockey jersey
Yeah.
on and changed that.
That's what I
and
like.
whatnot.
I like.
No,
cheap
surely
heat
if you
like
want to
that.
get cheap heat in Newcastle, you piss on Bobby Robson.
But easy now.
No, I'm saying that's what you do.
No, but I was thinking.
We
not
don't
as bad as that.
I know,
No,
I don't mean
no,
dig
no,
up the
no.
call.
We're not mentioning God.
No, no, I
He's
was
got a
thinking-
storyline idea
No,
now.
I was thinking about getting an Alan Shearer personally.
Shearer probably would have worked better because if you touch Bobby,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cena-
I
you touch Bobby, the
that's-
place would go riot.
Yeah, but Cena would knock the fuck out of
Yeah,
him.
but you know what I mean. There's low and there's low. So I always thought
You
about
don't
doing
touch.
Alan.
You do not touch the Geordie God. You can
No.
touch the Son of God, but you don't touch the Geordie God.
Yeah, sorry. So Eddie Guerrero's fair play, but Bobby Robson, don't you fucking dare!
No one touches Eddie either.
Randy Orton and
Depends
Batista.
on the
No one
storyline.
supports to touch Eddie.
Depends on the storyline. They could, you know. Anyway,
Anyway, back to
So-
the cheap.
so
heat.
then, the cheap heat, and he got over, and then Angle come out, and it was like, oh, we hit Angle as
Yeah.
well.
Well,
You
Kurt
lying
Angle.
prick.
Because he's a dick.
No, I respect Kurt Angle for what he did. That's the one I want to mention. The way he left WWE, well done, Kurt. Well done.
What a lying evil bastard.
No, it was great.
Well done.
No,
Kurt.
no. Yeah.
Hypocritical lying twat.
I
Well
give it
done.
to Kurt Angle for joining TNA.
Big round of applause
It's
for
like,
Kurt
hang
Angle
on,
there.
hang on a minute. What? Somebody actually going to give us time off and a lighter schedule and see me family? And,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm
he's
still
his family now, isn't he?
going to be on
What?
top of the
Yeah.
company.
What? I'm gonna lie to the guy that actually gave me a fucking job in
Ah.
the first place and say,
You don't-
oh, I'm tired. Then I'm gonna lie to all my fans about this and get them believing I'm retiring. And then I'm gonna go over to another
But-
show.
The fans, though, if you're a Kurt Angle fan, this is the point I have.
I was a Kurt Angle fan.
Well, this is what I don't
And then he
get.
went. And then he practically, because when he did it on Twitter and email to his top fans, it's like talking to your fans face to face. And he basically went to each fan and said, "Yeah, I'm retiring because WWE and all that." Fine. Then he goes to TNA and says,
So-
"I came to do the wrestling company." Fuck you.
So if you're a Kurt Angle fan, right, this is my point, and you're retiring. To me, you should be gutted. Oh my god, I'm not going to see him wrestle
I
again,
was
right?
gutted.
Right? So then you see him come back.
And found
Yes!
out he fucking
Kurt Angle is back.
No, he
Thank
fucking
God.
he fucking lied to every fan, right?
Storylines, man.
No, there's a difference
It's
between
like faking your death and you come back. Hero.
I don't think you're a fucking hero.
I'm not going to touch this one.
No, the fact
You know,
is,
you both know. You already heard me in the last episode. You heard my opinion.
yeah,
I'm not touching this one.
The fact is, right, he fucking lied. If Shawn Michaels came back now, or if he went to TNA, he said, "Actually, I had to kill some time for the contract or whatever." I'm like, "Well, fuck you, you dickhead."
That would be
You're
true.
like, no, because at the end of the day, the way I fucking look at it, it's like you take a guy like Mick Foley. Mick Foley just
How
says,
many times has he retired now?
twice.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He says every time he goes to Vince, he says, Vince, look, here's the deal. I don't want to do WWE anymore. I might go to TNA. I might come back to WWE. I don't know.
But he has retirement matches.
But here's the thing.
Suppose if you retire, you're supposed to stay retired.
Right, you gotta fucking let us say this, right? The fact is, Mick Foley every time says, I don't know.
Right.
I may come back, but I don't know. I never say never.
Is
Shawn
Mick Foley-
Michaels...
sorry, as well, though, is Mick Foley not a parody of Ric Flair at this point?
Well, no, because there's...
Because they both retired so many times and both keep coming back.
The difference is, Mick Foley...
The difference is, Ric Flair gets shit off you two, and Mick Foley is fine to win the Royal Rumble and
Because
main event WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
Because Mick Foley, every fucking time, says, I don't know if I'm coming back. Ric Flair goes, I'm definitely not coming back.
Yeah.
And then he fucking lies. There's a difference. One's lying, one's telling the fucking truth.
But you should be happy either way to
No!
see your favourite wrestler.
Because if they're fucking lying to me, not in character, if they're lying to me out of character as a person that has put money to them every time I've paid to watch a show, every time I've bought merchandise, fuck you.
The only reason Ric Flair came back though was because of what Vince did on screwing him over from not having his managerial TV time that he promised him. What, he had 4 appearances after he retired, and Vince is like, oh no, I'm not going to use you. Well, fuck you, Vince. I'm going to go to TNA, wrestle again, stuff your big retirement look. I'm here, stuff you. And that was the best dig at Vince you could do.
But
and
look at him now, he's a fucking
Do you know what I mean?
stock.
He's not though.
Maybe
to you.
Fuck all.
Oh,
He ain't worthy of respect apart from maybe the match he had with Mick Foley was the one that got
Have
me
you
to
seen
it.
that whole thing with Jay Lethal? Did that not elevate Jay Lethal for that small part? Okay, they
Where's
dropped
Jay
the-
Lethal now?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm just going to finish
Where's Jay
that.
Lethal?
They dropped the ball with Jay Lethal, alright? That was one thing they did do. But that whole feud, what they did...
But they dropped, WWE dropped the ball with Ric Flair as well, I grant you that.
Yeah? So you don't agree with that. So Vince is going to screw you over so you don't just go and say, alright, I'll just double your back.
I
You know
have
what I mean?
I have
my
a problem
thing
with
about
the
it.
Ric Flair thing in the aspect of the grand ceremony was given and everything like that.
That makes it
And-
even
well,
better.
Yeah, let
That
me
makes
finish
it
before
better.
before you come in your pants about how good it was.
Oh.
I prefer it when if you're gonna get a send off like that, that's it. I think that's technically why Shawn didn't get a send off like that. Why everyone come down. Shawn got the little respect and the hug and the take and nod, but for the fact that Rick got that send off and there was a huge thing about it, he was put in the Hall of Fame that year, and for them to turn around and then go, and then for him to go, well, I said I would never wrestle in that ring. I'm wrestling in a different ring.
He did say
That's
that
what.
ring.
That's the little window
He
we
did say
give.
that ring.
But the
Rewatch
thing is
it.
though, my rule applies.
My
So,
mother
like,
even picked up on that. That ring. She was like, yeah. That ring.
But the thing is, I would apply that same rule to Shawn Michaels, who I've always been a big fan of. If he turned up in TNA, I'd be fucking going for him. So it's not a TNA thing.
Yeah.
It'd be
I know that.
It'd be like if AJ Styles turned around and said, right, I'm retiring, I'm done. I'm like, alright, fair enough. And then he turns up in WWE. He'd be like, fuck you! Fuck you, you cunt. It'd be like if Jisme did it. If Jisme fucking did it. I'm like, fuck you, Jisme!
I don't mind.
I know, but I would do that.
I don't mind if
I
they
would-
retire.
Yeah, you do the
I would
piss me
do.
off.
I would do that because that's.
See, I'm not so much in mind.
You'd walk into TNA WWE with a Steve Jones 3 and 3 t-shirt just saying embrace the hate.
No, it's simply say fuck you. I didn't say where.
Yeah.
I didn't say when I was retiring.
I apologise for my explosion.
Hashtag TNA explosion.
Oh,
Anyway, right. I will get back to this main event. So
Yeah.
as I said,
he's just gonna get better.
I know 3 people who are in it. It's fantastic.
Bully Ray and Karen come out and their opponents were James Storm and Sting. So the match was about to start, but then Mr. Rude's music hit, and I've never been so happy to see Bobby Roode in my entire life.
I'm off the chain.
He wanted a handicap match, and then Sting announced, I can't believe you fell for this 2 nights in a row, brother. Oh my god, did I just pop or not? And then the Eye of the Tiger music hit, because apparently that's Hulk Hogan's new theme, and he came out.
Because
and
it
I
can't
was like,
legally
oh
play
my
it.
god. I just screamed, I shouted, I was just so happy to see that man, never mind get a match. And that was what really shocked me. I actually got to see a Hulk Hogan match. Tick that one off the things to do for life. Oh, and what a match. What a main event. A crowd was so hyped for this. And I swear to God, that is not just me making that up. The entire crowd was behind everybody. Hogan started the match, which I was really shocked at. But Bully Ray right? And you'll even be surprised to hear this, used to, that Hulk Hogan actually grappled with him. Yes, grappled.
What you mean he did a lockup?
No, locked up, headlocked, took some hits off Bully Ray, tagged in Angle, he fought them all. Obviously, Storm, I have to say, Storm and Sting did do most of the work, which is obviously to be expected for a man that has 9 back surgeries in 2 years and still gets in that ring. Dedication to the sport. Unfortunately, what you were saying last week about Mick Foley's more dedicated, I don't say Mick Foley with 9 back surgeries. I'm not saying the man hasn't had many injuries and he got back in this ring with 9 back surgeries and he took 3 back bumps at Bound for Glory, which I missed out on first episode. 3 back bumps, people. Right? So they also match. Hulk Hogan also went down fighting outside the ring. They grabbed the old lady's stick and they used that for the finish. So he hit them.
So it was
took
a
them
clean
out.
finish.
Oh, it was
Should have been a DQ.
No. He wiped them out. James Storm got the super kick. And then we got a double stinger splash. And then Storm got the on the other 2 super kick. Storm gets the pin, and they all celebrate at the end. What a main event! Best main event ever. What I could have dreamed for. Hogan and Sting in the same match. My God! And yes, they all said, "Oh, he'd be marking out." Well, yes, it did completely.
But that's what you're supposed to do.
I was so happy.
You're supposed to mark out.
No, but I mean badly, like really so. Oh yeah.
As long as you weren't
It was
sobbing.
just like, yes.
As long as you weren't sobbing, you're fine.
I know. But yes, Hogan.
It's real to me, damn it.
It was amazing. Absolutely.
Can I ask a couple of questions from that main event then?
Yep.
So you said Sting and Angle did Sting and Storm did most of the work.
Obviously with the other 3.
What shape was Sting?
Really good.
That's
It
not
was
bad. And so,
surprisingly more than I
but did
thought
Storm
as well.
what did they work over Storm more than
They worked over Storm, yeah.
Well,
because obviously it was like 2 hot tags when they come in, so you couldn't.
But you used the younger talent, because they've got the energy.
You know
overall, it sounds like a hell of a show.
Oh, it really was.
Yeah.
Was any? What was probably the best? Obviously, you say that.
Obviously, for me,
the best match. But what was?
Technically, I have to go right. Like, it's going to have to be between Gunnar and AJ and Rude and Joe, which really, like I said before, was surprised.
But was the crowd? Was the crowd hot?
The crowd was hot for everyone.
Yeah.
Like I said, the crowd. There was a lot more adulty crowd, which I always like to see. Very few kids. There was one woman with a Cena sign, which I really didn't understand. I love Cena. Yes.
You be trolling.
I was just like, what? But no, she was embracing the Cena. I think she thought she was on the wrong show, but never mind. I was always criticised kids with Rey Mysterio masks on the opposite show, but a Cena sign in TNA. Well,
I don't know if anybody noticed that. By the way, I can't remember if it was a Royal Rumble or if it was on Raw. I think it may have been when Kane was beating the shit out of people. Is he at the Royal Rumble? No, it wasn't at the Royal Rumble, but it was on Raw. Cena beats the absolute living shit out of Kane, hits him with all stuff. But the next advert they're all is John Cena's Be a Star.
Yeah, that was the
Tombstone Zap. That's what I said.
The Tombstone Zap.
Yeah.
And the next thing they put on the WWE thing. We just tombstone a guy in a wheelchair with a back brace. What can we do to make this up? Let's put Be a Star on. We're not bullies. We're just beating the shit out of another person. Are you fucking stupid, Vince?
I'm sorry, Kane and Zack Ryder.
That
was the funniest moment of the Royal Rumble.
It was like sitting next to the Joker. He's giggling away going,
He tipped him out the wheelchair.
It was fucking horrible. He goes, yes, you're going to beat up a guy in a wheelchair. And then when he went to watch it, he goes, Ripper.
No, I didn't. That's lies.
You went far away and shouting
choke slammer, but I did not say that.
It was fucking... No, but you have the idea for it, doesn't you?
This is what I mean about being misquoted on this show.
Well, didn't you have an idea? Was it Eve or Kelly had the idea that she should be involved in a rape storyline?
She should say it. Not on screen.
Obviously, you wouldn't show it. You just imply it. Like Michael Cole, he implied that.
No, I don't even mean that. Even like that. I mean just say it happened.
To be fair, China's doing that.
Yeah.
To be fair, China's raping Evan Stone.
So. Yeah, but I have to say, what really put this show way up there compared to the WWE, like obviously we get the WWE signings that come over here. Well, the TNA fan interaction.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I even paid extra for my ticket off eBay because I just had to get one, so I ended up paying £65 instead of £25. But what a man.
So what was fan interaction?
So They all let us in early, obviously, with the ones there. That was like they cut the arena, so it was like a backstage bit.
Oh yeah.
And they lined us all up, took it like, and then had like a circle. They had all these tables with 14, 15 chairs. The wrestlers came out, they all sat in there, and then they let a few, like probably 100 through. You could buy a program, get your merchandise first, and then go and meet them, take pictures, get signing. So there was Gunner, there was Bully Ray, James Storm, Bobby Roode, Crimson, Gail Kim, Mickey James, Tara, Madison Rain, and Austin Aries, and they all had their title belts as well. And then Sting was in the centre, obviously then one of the main attractions. It was Alex Shelley and AJ at the end of the signing. I was disappointed, obviously, that Hulk Hogan didn't do it. Kurt Angle didn't do it. But what I was really shocked, being in England, that Douglas Williams and Mark Haskins didn't do it. And I thought they would have been in it.
Was this before or after the
This
show?
was before, yeah.
Right, good. Just checking.
So we're going through, and then JB and Christy Hemmy's going through talking to the crowd. So we got their autographs as well. D'Lo Brown even came out to make a cameo appearance, and I shouted, "D'Lo, when you getting back in the ring?" And he goes, "I'm retired, man. I'm retired. The only time I'm ever going to get in that ring is to go and check it out and get back out." So that shot us down.
Then he goes back doing
it. So he went backstage, but a couple of us got his autograph in the picture, so that was really good.
Am I the only one that thinks that D'Lo Brown's old WWE theme was actually quite fun? You're looking at the real deal now.
Damn right.
Woo! Gonna kick your ass all over the street.
Bobby Roode didn't want people touching his world title, like.
Neither would you. You know, Bobby Roode says leader of the selfish generation. I say he's just using an Eric Van Gismy gimmick.
Austin Aries wasn't shaking hands. He was just doing a fist punch. It's just like, I don't want to spread germs, man. That was his whole keeping him gimmick. So they all kept. Bully Ray was just like, he just like didn't look like he cared.
Well, you said when Bully ended,
and then
he kicked off.
He kicked the table when he first came in. He kicked Sting's table down. It was just like bang. Yeah, I'm still a heel. But one of the major highlights of it was at the end of it, where we got to meet JB, and I took a sign where it was "Real fans watch Explosion." We shouted over JB. We showed him. He looked. He smiled, and he's like, "Get me those guys." So he actually got over. We got pictures of them, but he actually, this is no word of a lie.
No,
he actually got the Explosion cameraman give him his phone to take pictures of us on his phone. Sign the actual sign, and they said that is an awesome sign. And he was just really loved it. And he's actually retweeted some of the pictures on Twitter as well.
Yeah.
So
but what's the bet if we watch TNA?
it's not.
It's gonna happen. We'll see. But in fact, I can see it now.
I really hope it's on.
You know
I don't want
what's
to be
gonna
made to
happen?
look like a liar.
He's going to become the TNA sign guy. WWE has their own. Just please don't wear a red hat and blue shirt.
No,
You don't pull
I
it
don't
up.
gimmick in friend.
You don't like hats. They make you look like a baseball player.
But yes, so that was really that was making us buzzing before
So
the show
what were the prices that you paid?
for the tickets.
Well, no, the sacrifice for like in the ring. Yes, the tickets. How much did you pay for a Pepsi on the way? How much was your bus
Well, I
fare?
just told you the fan interaction price.
Yeah, so I'm
Yes,
going
but I
to
quite
itself.
clearly wasn't listening.
Clearly.
Well, I could just listen back to the show.
It was 25,
No, it was
but he
25,
paid 65.
But I paid 65 because
Right.
I got it off eBay because I was so desperate to get a hold of one.
That's fair enough.
It was £44 for the actual ticket for the show,
Okay.
which was,
Now,
the
now,
average price.
now,
I was
just
7
me.
rows from the front.
Now, Jisme,
Hello.
this is going to be a difficult question for you,
Right.
but it's in good faith.
Okay.
What would you do to make the shows that you saw better?
I would have brought over more talent.
Right.
Because to me, if I'd saw that at a WWE house show, just 6 matches,
No.
I would have been that happy. But it was the quality of matches. I would have liked to seen Abyss, Scott Steiner,
Yeah.
Kid Cash. I would have liked to have seen more people over.
But you put Scotty would have been one for you personally.
Personally. Matt Morgan as well.
Yeah.
Obviously Jeff Jarrett. I know they're doing the whole India thing.
Yeah.
The Ring Car King. So
Is that
a
where
lot of
Jeff
them
is? Or
will-
Jeff over back in Mexico?
I think he's in Mexico, but the others are in there. So I totally understand why.
Yeah.
But I know they'll probably be more used on the Impact tapings.
We know Jeff.
Because
Jeff won't be there for us.
Jeff,
probably.
he was on house arrest. Yeah, he's not allowed in the country. Oh, Jeff Hardy. And he was even in the program ready. I would have liked to seen Velvet Sky, Kaz and Daniels, but they were doing a signing in London on the same day. So, obviously waiting for the Impact. But I think they did bring them up. Well, there was all them I said. There was, like I say, Velvet, Daniels, Kaz. Jeff Hardy wasn't allowed, and Matt Morgan was in India. And that was the only ones that they were doing.
India,
so they had good reasons, basically.
Yeah. I think the two Bischoffs have come over though for the TV. I haven't read any spoilers, and I don't want to know anything if anyone knows.
No, I don't.
But that's what I've heard. The Bischoffs are here as well.
I
would have loved to have seen Eric Bischoff come out, and Ric Flair.
You've seen Bischoff, don't you?
I've seen. Yeah, I know that guy.
It's me.
So that's how I probably would have improved it. Like I say, rather than Crimson Williams, I might have liked to seen bring back the British Invasion for one night versus Matt Morgan for the tag titles.
Was there a match that
I would have.
Out of all the matches, which match could have been, if it makes sense, could have most likely been a lot better?
Which one could have been improved?
Yeah, the most.
Probably Crimson Williams, to be fair.
And that was, you say the people that were
yeah. You know, it's a house show. I would still say give Williams the win. It doesn't count. An untelevised match doesn't count an undefeated streak. Ask Umaga. Ask others that are.
Battle Royals don't count.
You know what I mean? Battle Royals don't count. So I still think if they give Williams the win, because like I said, it's only televised matches that count on undefeated streaks, and even then.
Yeah. But it worked for his character though as well.
Yeah.
They say they don't count.
They don't count.
It's like, yes, they fucking do. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Says, but they do. No, they don't. Did anyone say it? No, then fuck you. They did. A bunch of people in England. Who gives a shit about a bunch of people in England? Oh, you, of course.
Right. So I just think if they want to go down that route, they could have because what I would say, they could keep Matt Morgan face but turn Crimson heel and have a tag team like that, and that could be the eventual.
I've got to say out of the talent that you said there, Crimson's getting the most stale for me. They put him with Morgan.
What I'm
saying, I really like that tag team.
Yeah, but Morgan's getting stale for me before as well.
See, what I'm getting scared of is I've already defended Scott Steiner and I'm agreeing with him on certain storyline ideas. So
I know, it's unbelievable.
Shall we move on to your points from?
Here we go.
So that was my TNA special review, but now I would like to address some things that I could have been misquoted and some mistakes from last week.
You're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Right.
Here we go.
Last week you were talking about how Daniel Bryan's reign feels like CM Punk's second one. Yep. But you mistakenly quoted that he lost to The Undertaker.
I asked.
No, you actually say, I've listened back and you said, yeah, the one he lost to The Undertaker, and you agree. I'm sorry, his second one was lost to Jeff Hardy. Please have facts right for next time.
It's alright, you think that angle's awesome, so...
You dissed the legends, but pop for them all in the Rumble while we were watching it, Dan.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, but I've explained that and I'll explain it.
No, but if TNA do this...
No, if you like, give me a fucking chance to explain it.
It's not nice, is it?
If you're going to jump down the throat.
I wasn't here last week, they were allowed to explain.
So what I said to you was I don't like them coming back for huge matches and huge runs. But spots in the Rumble I love because it's what the Royal Rumble's about. It's surprises. It's the Royal Rumble's about bringing people back briefly, bring them out, let them have a good run. Sure, Mick Foley. I wanted Mick Foley to win because I'm a Mick Foley fan. But I don't want Mick Foley. I didn't want Mick Foley to go to WrestleMania and win at WrestleMania and then go become a world champion. I'd rather have Mick Foley have a match at WrestleMania. Yeah. And have it.
No, you will say you want Mick Foley to win. Mm-hmm. So obviously, did you want him to keep his title shot for WrestleMania? Mm-hmm. Right. So did you want him to win at WrestleMania?
No. I wanted to see him at WrestleMania.
See, I'm the only hypocrite here. That's because here's the thing. I would never book it. As a match booker, I would never, ever book a single legend to win the Royal Rumble.
Right.
Right. Because I agree with Dolph Ziggler. But the fan in me, the child in me, goes...
The mark.
Yeah, but the thing is, I know he's not going to win, so it's okay to do that.
And here's another one, right, on that point.
The fan in me.
Yeah.
Hogan.
But that's why I say I'm a hypocrite.
On this point as well for the Royal Rumble, isn't that what's marking out and being a fan is? You can't control what happens when you see that when the reactions.
But you were both happy that you last week were saying about Mick Foley winning this. Mm-hmm. Now to me, winning it is a legend. Mick Foley gets the match at WrestleMania, has the world title match. That's using them in major storylines, which you have a go about me when I say about Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, but here's the problem: Mick Foley and Hulk Hogan have the same problem. They would not be able to give you a good match.
Right.
I would love to have a match with Mick Foley.
You define a good match, you know. I'm still
right.
Mick Foley can still give you a good hardcore match, right? Yes, no,
Probably better than anyone can.
Mick Foley himself even said it. He says, "I'm sure I'll never be doing those kind of matches."
To be fair, Mick Foley did ask DDP for some help to get into shape.
Yeah, they were doing the yoga. Him and Jericho as well.
Yeah, that's not going to help your knees.
No.
But
But
help you move.
he's also come out and said he's going to try and lose weight to give them another one bit, like
one more
big
match, but
yeah,
not
one,
a Mania title match.
No, but but that's not my point. You were all for him to win, and you would lie. If Mick Foley won the WWE or World Heavyweight title, you would be happy.
You just be, but that's precisely what I'm saying.
We've just said that. That's the fan of us. If
you
were to sit there and think logically, it's not what we want.
If it wasn't clear beforehand when I said it 5 seconds ago, allow me to put it in words you'll understand, which is, at first I would be happy. For the next week I'd be like, yes, he's on Raw, he's talking about who he's going to choose. By the time we get to Elimination Chamber, I'm going to go, fuck, we made a mistake. He can't do shit. He just is good at talking on the mic and moving very, very slowly.
So what's your point next?
No. Alright.
Yeah, what's the next
But
point?
let's say, the
Well,
same
well,
one.
that was good enough.
Here's the thing, right? If it's a legend, and this is why I work, if it's a legend that, in my opinion, can still work at the same rate as anybody else in that locker room, like Dolph Ziggler, like Kofi Kingston, although I'm not a fan of his at all, like ever.
Big mark out moment when he walked with his hands up.
I've been telling people for years to do that.
Right,
years.
but out of all that, right? If they can go at that such a consistent level, then I'm like, okay, fair enough. So, example, if say the Road Dogg Jesse James, because he's a producer, right?
Yeah.
But if he could go. Like if he said, "Oh, I'm fit as fuck, I can go," and then he could prove it by going, I'd be like, "All right, I'm down with that because you've got the nostalgia, you've got that." But you have to bring the new fans as well, because the new fans aren't going to go for it. Don't do it, because you're not going to get the demographic that you need, and what you need is to appeal to the demographic that's bringing
the perfect example of that is Dean Malenko, who was in training to face Eddie or Benoit in the old 5 ECW.
Yeah.
And he said he couldn't get into shape, so therefore he wouldn't do it.
You couldn't give the match he wanted to give.
Yeah.
That's robbing the fans.
No, it's not.
It is. Look at Gio and Taz. Taz cannot wrestle. King and Taz, and right? But he still give that match. You know what I mean? He still give them.
But but Taz had built a reputation of squashing people. The King was the most hated WWE WWF guy of the ECW
but
fans.
I'm saying, but Dean Malenko could have done something similar like that.
But that's not what Dean Malenko is. Dean Malenko is a man of 1,000 holes. If Dean Malenko, the Iceman, and you should know this from your WCW fan days, right? Not wanting to see Dean Malenko come out there and squash people, because that's not what Dean did. Dean worked someone over. Dean was a wrestler, not a squash machine. He was a wrestler.
But for the fans to see him again, do that.
Here's where I
Squash
stand.
I would rather see Dean Malenko come out as like Justin Credible did, and just come out and help maybe one of them win. And at the end, maybe the perfect example would be it would help Benoit to win, because Benoit with him with 4 Horsemen before the original Triple Threat.
I'd tell you under what conditions I would accept Hulk Hogan as TNA champion.
Ooh, this should be interesting.
Right, and Mick Foley as WWE champion. Right?
Even better.
This is the conditions that I would accept.
Are you sure? You're feeling well with this? So far, you've agreed with Scott Steiner, agreed with storylines, and now you're saying Hulk Hogan should be taunting?
No, I'm not saying he should. I'm saying these are the conditions I'll accept.
I need to hear these first.
If he can prove that he can be reliable to go on a match close to, say, 5 nights in a week, or whatever the consistent rate is for the younger talent, put on matches which are stellar performances, even if they're not the most technically sound, but they're at least they get you to suspend your disbelief.
Would it have to be the equivalent of his old work, or would it have to be up to like a new standard?
No, because you don't do an Undertaker. Undertaker keeps the same style over and over again. He tries to do the high flying brawling type, which I don't think you should still try to do. What you do is you try to do maybe like a Shawn Michaels, if the flipping around and all that isn't working, try to be a bit nastier, go for brawling. Do a bit like Bubba Ray, where Bubba Ray was being very serious in the ring and all that, and all of a sudden he just does the old, the Road Dogg kind of shit. You adopt your style. If Hulk Hogan can find a way to say, okay, look, I'm really fucking injured. So instead of trying to do the old leg drop and all that shit, which you said he didn't do, which is fair play, if he can find a different way, maybe like, okay, well, my style is going to be a fucking bastard of a fighter brawler. I'm just gonna, if I can get you in arm's reach, I'm gonna get a hold of you and I'm gonna beat the living fuck out of you. And then what we'll do is we'll go on the
Did he not change his style like that towards the end of WCW when he was doing the Millionaires Club New Breed? He was just a brawler, wasn't he?
I have to say, he looked a lot more mobile than Mick Foley did in the Rumble.
Yeah.
But that's
Foley looks really quite a lot of weight up.
He looked, when he was that slow walk. He looked, oh my god.
But that's the same thing. It's if you can make it work so it's believable. Because basically, I would never believe in a million years that Hulk Hogan could go with any of the people in the ring.
Well, when we see Mick Foley get an early
except
number,
maybe Vince Russo. Right?
I'll put the belt on Russo again.
Yeah, you're quite happy to put it on David Arquette.
Should be in the Hall of Fame.
You put it on fucking Stacey Keebler if you thought it would draw it down.
I put what on Stacey Keebler?
A belt.
I put a belt on Stacey Keebler that week.
Oh no. George Clooney is angry at you.
He wishes. George Clooney doesn't know who the fuck I am.
But
I'm just that creepy guy you see in the bushes now.
But it's the same with Mick Foley. I don't believe Mick Foley could go with anyone in that ring. I mean, right now, the family says, I want to see Mick Foley versus Dolph Ziggler just because of that.
Yeah.
Because the interaction they had, and to be fair, I did love Mick Foley's answer. But Dolph Ziggler goes, so you think you just swat in here? Because it was a perfect Jizz answer. Yes! It's just like, and watching going, Jizz happy. But again, it's
that would be a great way to bring the hardcore title back, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the hardcore title. Sure, I'm not a big fan of the hardcore title, but we fucking need it.
Blasphemy.
No. The reason why I didn't like the hardcore title was just because I'm not a fan of hardcore wrestling. Because most people who do hardcore wrestling do the same shtick.
We're not talking about ECW hardcore. We were talking about like 24/7 hardcore / comedy. You know what I mean? Look at Crash Holly.
Who held the title the most times?
Raven.
And what was Raven?
Yeah, and I'm just saying. He decided he didn't like the ECW style. Like, obviously, hardcore, hanging, stuff like that. But we got...
I love how you go, is it hanging? It's just like, yeah, I don't like witch trials either.
Shall we move on to your next
Sacrifices.
point?
Yeah, we best move on, otherwise you'll never get done.
No,
go on, please.
No, you had to go about Mike Tenay, the professor who gets things wrong. Yeah, because JR's completely sound at everything he does.
No, but the main problem with Mike today is that Mike today is boring as fuck.
He's not though.
Except he is.
But he is.
He's a man that knows his stuff.
To be fair, so is Jerry the King Lawler.
I would love to see Mike Tenay and JR work together, to be honest. That would be
I thought Michael Cole was the one I'd rather see.
I can't wait for the day that Jerry King Lawler goes, you know what, fuck you, I quit. I don't
Again?
I don't need this job anymore.
I don't think you can call Paul Heyman back up now. I think Heyman would go, I can't be arsed.
Exactly, because it's going to end up just being like Michael Cole and Booker T. And you know how much they get along. Their characters really get along.
Oh, they love each other, don't they?
And
all I hear is fanboy. What's that, Booker? And then Cole. That's all I hear.
With the great of the bees.
Yeah.
Fly with the great of the shucky ducky quack quack.
Oh my vintage!
Oh my god!
But the
my
thing
god!
Is, it's
That's
time.
what my mom used to say.
It's time for King to either jump back into a heel or just have heel commentators.
Hooray for heel commentators!
Well, here's the thing: the last time we had two heel commentators work together on the same show at the same time was Al fucking Snow and Jonathan Coachman.
Yes.
Bring back Coach. Bring back Coach.
Coach is quite happy at ESPN.
I know he is, but still.
And
do you remember? Does anybody remember the very miniature Todd Grisham heel turn?
When John Cena FU'd him.
No, it wasn't even that. It was
when he wanted Cena. He's like, oh, I don't like Cena. Yeah, it was.
It was because he built Cyber Sunday, wasn't it? It says because Todd Grisham goes, everybody Cena goes, no, I want to know whose title did you vote to put up on the line? Mine, Big Show's, or Booker T's? And Todd's like, well, I don't tell you. He said, no, tell me. He goes, you, all right, Cena, I voted for you. I hope you lose. And Cena's like, alright.
But he did get that feud.
Oh yeah, he did get a feud. Yeah, of course. But I'm just like,
wasn't that why he said that though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Before.
Yeah, well, he didn't have any other reason to hate him. Until
Well,
then.
Good times.
we don't have real.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
no
we
one
do.
really has a reason to hate him. They
No,
just
we do.
Yeah,
A man that has that many WWE titles in that short time without other people, by squashing others, yeah, I don't know why I hate the
Right,
man.
after today, we're going to.
No, it's not as many digs as you. It was also the big buzz about, everyone's eligible. Just down about when you were talking about the WWE and the World Heavyweight Champion. I never got why nobody made such a big deal when Chavo was ECW champion and he was in the 2008 Royal Rumble, but a year before WrestleMania, Undertaker was picking Bobby Lashley was one of the choices, and nobody made anything of that apart from a few people like me.
Well, we mentioned it when it happened, didn't we? I was like,
at the time,
but afterwards, there wasn't a mention by ECW commentators.
No.
Didn't mention it. They
I
just
know,
said
and I've never got back to this
that was
day.
something that just makes no sense to me.
Good Chavo.
I just forgot all about ECW.
Oh.
But to be fair, it's WWECW.
Yeah, but
Isn't like saying-
But he was still a champion, and about what I'm trying to say, it was a
Yeah,
world
what he's trying to
title.
say is that the fact is that Bobby Lashley was there with the ECW belt.
Undertaker went
Taker,
Batista,
1, 2, 3.
and then he went like that to Batista. Obviously, so the ECW Championship was clearly a selection you can use by win the Royal Rumble.
And then
like,
Chavito comes
in the
out
January as the champion in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
But nobody wasn't like, oh my god.
The only thing they mentioned was the fact that him and Punk were
Yeah,
on the feud.
that's because apparently the ECW Championship means jack shit.
Really?
Which is a weird one because I would have said, because for me, I'll be honest, I just blanked over that. You know, I'm one of the guys that didn't notice, and that's only because I'm not as big a fan as you guys, right? But I'm admitting that.
There was this just
I do his little
fist
fucking
pump.
No, but it's mainly because my issue
Moral
was
victory.
it tends to be a lot of people like to use the ECW Championship, you know, to disagree with me. In the sense of, because I'll talk about, like, when I talk about people who've held the ECW World Championship, and I'm like, well, you had, like, you know, I've been a world champion and all that was ECW, so it doesn't count. And then when I try to argue about certain superstars, I say, hey, they were ECW world champion, you can't say that. What? Fuck off! Fuck off!
Does count. It's like the TNA world title is a world title.
Well, we've already touched on Brodus Clay.
Yeah. That was my next point about squashing the superstars. Like, at least I was just saying what I was going to say about Brodus Clay. I prefer him squashing superstars because they're actually getting used on TV rather than using jobbers on superstars when I think that could be somebody's TV time.
So what's your next one then?
You're on about bringing the Cruiserweight title back and you were saying about the Cruiserweights, we don't have any that work. I was just thinking of a couple of selections myself. Tyson Kidd,
Right.
Kurt Hawkins,
Yeah.
Trent Beretta,
Right.
and we could go back to Hornswoggle.
You're fired.
No, but I was just thinking them three would be really good. I don't know if you. I just want to know your
I think
points on
if you
Kurt
weight
Hawkins
I
and
think
Beretta.
by weight, I think Yoshi classes as a
Yoshi,
cruiserweight
yeah.
as well.
It's anybody under
220.
220. I thought it was 225.
Well, if I remember my Hardy bits, it was 220 he was going for.
Oh yeah, because he was doing the whole
Yeah,
workout
yeah,
with
yeah.
Shannon Moore.
Yeah, he was obviously about
He was
250.
following the old Vader way.
The V1 there was
Yeah.
obviously about 250, but he was saying he was 220.
Because Matt Hardy was a cruiserweight.
Yeah,
Oh, aye.
Matt Hardy. I don't
He should
know.
have done an Oklahoma and lost the title because he's too fat.
In which case, should we go with cruiserweight or light heavyweight?
I would bring the light
I would
heavyweight.
prefer light heavyweights. Yeah,
First
because
of all, nicer looking belt.
Yeah.
You know.
Bring them both back, really, if you want.
No, fuck it. No, don't bring them both back. You've got barely enough people for the light heavyweight. The last thing we need is like, right.
No, I'm not on about not bringing talent
You
back
just
as
want
well.
Hornswoggle to be a champion.
No,
you
no,
will
no.
do
Well, I do.
anything to have Hornswoggle.
No, but I would like to see X-Pac back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can still be like
Estia Rios.
you can only bring X-Pac back if you
if they
didn't
can
do
still
drug
work
tests.
though.
Yeah.
Again, it goes back to if they can still work.
Tajiri. Bring
Oh,
these guys.
Tajiri can
WWE,
work. No,
WWE,
Joe
Jamie
can.
Noble. came out of retirement.
WWE should be begging Tajiri and Jamie Noble to come back.
Tucker and Funaki.
I thought Tucker was dead.
No.
Is he
No.
not?
Tucker still works in Japan.
Yeah.
Fucking
He works
hell.
for his namesake, I think, Michinoku Pro.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, mate. Do you want a refill?
Alright.
We've got Pepsi here, by the way.
Because you just need to know.
It's
that.
all right. I'll edit this bit out. It'll be fantastic.
Of course.
But no,
This whole conversation's getting edited out. Read about.
it's basically just going to be the bit where I go, "Fuck you, Jisme," end of the show. But the thought is, I now have to leave all that in.
What are you gonna do with light heavyweights? You're gonna have, like you say, you've got them ones. I mean, F.A. Rios is still working in Mexico.
Yeah.
Mr.
No, here's the
Agano,
thing.
is it?
I
He
think-
still can work as well.
Here's
I've
the
seen
thing.
his last match.
Okay, here's my idea, and
And the only reason he couldn't bring X-Pac back,
but basically, give me
mainly
five-
because there's
give-
still drug
right,
testing.
give us about 5 minutes to explain my idea, so you can shit it down.
Okay,
Right.
cool.
Get rid of superstars entirely, right? Get rid of superstars entirely. And replace it, I don't care what you call the fucking show, make him GM for all I care, whatever. But dedicate it to the fucking talent you're not using, probably, right?
That is superstar.
But make it pretty much the light heavyweight show.
Right.
Give it to them guys so they get more TV. None of these fucking Randy Ortons, fuck you hard, like Randy Ortons and Brutus Clays coming in to squash everyone. Matches where you've got your variety. Some people, getting squashed. Some people having long, hard battles. Some not cheap, but you've got your respectable wins. And I don't mean respectable like clean. I mean respectable like, okay, I believe that, right? So they get more TV time. So by the time you're trying to get them into your WWE and World Heavyweight contention, you've got a better platform for them.
I'll tell you one person.
And by the way, you'll get more fans and make more money.
I'll tell you one thing very well.
And give them a belt.
If we're going to do a person for
belt.
light heavyweights that could no longer compete for either the cruiserweight or light heavyweights, Billy Kidman.
Poor Billy.
I seen Billy on is that 21st century superstars, isn't it?
Poor Billy.
And wow, Billy looks big. And Billy was one of the smaller guys.
Yeah, I know Billy Kidman.
Billy was a small guy, and now Billy looks. I think Billy's maybe.
He cut his hair and it went to hell.
Oh, he cut his hair and he just went and gone.
I'm not completely.
Paul
seen
London,
that.
Kendrick. If Kendrick, Kendrick's not being used in TNA at the moment. I have no idea where that guy is. There's no.
He's got an interesting philosophy, which I kind of agree with in a way. He was asked on the Spin Cycle, the greatest show of all time.
It's brilliant. Phone Revelations.
Right.
If I'm not on Phone Revelations on JP's phone, I will be disappointed.
But he took so
That's a mark-out moment right there. Like.
The question that was going around was your favourite finishes other than your own, and Billy Kidman just went, I find the concept of finishes silly. I mean, like, what
Brian
you have
Kendrick.
what? Yeah,
Brian Kendrick.
Sorry. Yeah, I have one. You have one move that ends the match. Why wouldn't you use that in the first fucking place? So I don't go for finishes. Yeah, I sometimes use a move, but whatever.
The sliced bread number 2 happens to be.
Yeah. By the way, what is the sliced bread number 1?
I know because it's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
The fuck
So
that
therefore, it must be sliced bread number 2.
I would say someone gets slapped in the face with a slice of bread.
Left arm, right arm. I think that's it. I think that's the only difference.
Shaddy's the best one.
I can't wait for sliced bread number 3. That's all.
Double one.
I don't know. One of my favorite.
Wasn't there a time when there was like 3 people in TNA using sliced
Shelley
bread?
still uses it.
Yeah, they are.
Because you had Shelley, Kendrick, and
Saban pulls it out
and
random times.
Spike. When Spike was
Yeah.
in TNA,
Well, that's technically it's not the sliced
it's
bread.
the same
No, he doesn't go.
fucking thing.
No, because the sliced bread he goes over the top with him, then he hits him into a drop.
You mean the Dudley
It's
Dog?
Whereas the acid drop or the Dudley
fine.
dog or whatever you
That's your
call
sliced bread.
it, he goes round.
There's your sliced bread number 3.
It's more like a running cutter.
It's still right. Sliced bread number 3 then.
Yeah. Speaking of Spike Dudley, there's another one for the light heavyweight
Yeah.
/ cruiserweight.
You'd have again beg him to come because
Yeah.
he had
Oh,
Spike.
you'd have to beg half these
when
people
I-
to do
Oh,
that.
I know. I don't
was
realise
telling, I was
this.
telling him this after the show last week. When I first got into e-fitting, the first character I ever played was Spike Dudley.
Wait.
I'm a fan of Spike Dudley.
See, because he could work in the cruiserweight
I-
division
I was-
and the
I
hardcore
was pulling
division.
for him to kick the shit out of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes, when he got his title shot on SmackDown.
Yes.
Yes.
I was-
Yes.
I was-
when he ripped
What,
it-
because he insulted Molly Holly?
No, because it's just.
That was a great moment.
It
though.
was.
You can't insult my girlfriend.
And then he stuns Molly.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, man on woman violence for just.
Controversy.
This is going very quickly from a wrestling show to psychotherapy.
Yes, we talk right.
Tell me
Moving
about
on.
your mother.
Speaking of sticking with titles, I was going back to the European title.
Oh shit.
You're on about the greats that held it, yes?
Yeah, man.
And you're on about the 2 Europeans, yeah? And you're also on about Al Snow.
Yeah.
I was just going to bring up what you forgot about, not a criticism, just forgot about D'Lo Brown. He keeps being advertised from
He
different
did, yeah,
places.
he did, yeah.
Slightly
But he
sounds-
didn't quite
Yeah,
embrace it like
from,
Al did,
but
he?
no. But like from Birmingham, England, D'Lo Brown. And the next week it'll be from like
Well, as Al Snow
Paris or
was,
something.
Al Snow would choose a random country like Romania and come out
and then
dressed
but
up in
dressed
something.
up, yeah. But I was just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Well, D'Lo, he had his run with the European title,
And
I
D'Lo
thought-
was a hell of a champion as well.
He is. Yes. Would you bring D'Lo Brown? Obviously, what I said before, he won't come out of retirement. But would you like to see him in the E or the A?
E or
As
the
a TV champion or
The E or
something?
the A.
Yeah.
You're down with the kids as well, so.
Damn right. You damn skippy.
D'Lo Brown. I don't think they even know how to use him though.
Well, they did do the run no 8 and it just didn't work. They should have given the Intercontinental title then. He should have beat Santino and we should have gone from there.
Yeah, that would work for me.
Going to the Royal Rumbles now. You're on about Austin. That was Kane's Rumble. And you were like, oh, he come down and eliminated 2 people. He didn't eliminate The Rock. Kane eliminated The Rock.
You can't eliminate The Rock, did
He got Haku. Kane.
Well, I apologise
and
for that.
Billy
I wasn't sure what happened, but I'll apologise for that.
I was just saying when you mentioned Kane's eliminations, and I was like, but then he did. No. Austin
I tried to sit here and apologise for everything I said last week.
Austin did more in that Rumble than just that, and he isn't getting credit for The Rock's elimination on my show.
Right.
Hulk Hogan, there's another one of you personally, Kane. Hulk Hogan was a World Tag Team Champion when he won it with Edge, not a WWE Tag Team Champion.
I thought it was WWE, I thought it was SmackDown belts.
No, they were still the world.
I was still the world at the
They
time.
were still the world, yeah.
Sorry. I always get them confused that period, when they actually got the titles and when they didn't, they swapped
To be
over.
fair, at that point it's still 62 threes because there's only one set of belts. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
but...
they didn't
Yes,
start separating
but
WWE and
the
world.
current
Whoa,
WWE, the current
I'm
WWE
stepping back.
ones,
Fire.
the current WWE ones, different title history, so you're going to confuse people, and I like correct.
Like
People
me.
who are listening to our show are willing to be confused.
Like me.
No,
Essentially,
and
I'm confused sitting
most
here.
people listening to this don't know it's a wrestling podcast. They just think it's two young guys arguing with some old senile bastard. And they haven't quite decided which one's the senile bastard, me or Jisme.
Jasmine's only 48. Leave him alone.
But the thing is because I'm the one that fucking rants all the time. He's the nostalgia, but I'm the one that talks to him from that period of time. Like, you young kids and your iPods and your Alex Shellys.
I agree, though.
Yeah, but everyone, Jasmine prefers to sit there and go, oh, back in the day, I was great. Oh, you see, what I had back in the day is, I had a balding man who used to flaunt his muscles
Whatever
everywhere.
happened to that wonderful Eddie Guerrero? I think he moved to Canada, dear. Oh no, that was someone else, wasn't it? Yes.
Not Eddie.
Look, you're rocking back and forth now.
I could really say something controversial, but I won't.
Yeah, we're not going to go down that road either.
What, Eddie's dead?
No.
I think we know that.
No, we know that.
No, he thinks a different person from Canada.
Right, so...
Anyway, and the
Go on.
last thing, though, my last point about last week's show,
Yeah.
about my being misquoted about the TNA matches, I would like to see. You were talking about the Bound for Glory main event, I would like to see, and I got quoted on some triple threat cage match that I've
Well, no,
never
you said
said.
on lock. I think.
No, I never,
I
even
would-
if it had been lockdown, I never said that.
Alright.
My Bound for Glory main event, what I would love to see, is Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior,
Yeah,
right?
I forgot about
That is what I would like to see. And my lockdown match was Hulk Hogan and Garrett Bischoff versus Ric Flair and Eric Bischoff. I never said a triple
Hang
threat
on,
cage,
hang
but I
on.
do like the idea of having Ric Flair versus Sting versus
At
Hulk
the
Hogan,
time- at
but
the-
I didn't say that.
Well, I think
At
that-
the time, there wasn't an established relationship between Garrett and Hulk Hogan, though.
Still
No,
not
of
one.
course, no, of
There's
course
still
not.
not
Bound
one.
for Glory.
They still haven't
It
mentioned.
turned, no, but
They
I
haven't
no,
shown
but
who
that's
the trainer
but
is.
obviously the whole thing was Sting giving now you're a wrestler. The whole thing about it Bound for Glory where he was going to not, he wasn't going
Put
to
this
call
way, I'm in
it.
knowledge of spoilers, so
Right.
that's why I say nothing.
Oh well, I don't want to know spoilers, but that's
Yeah.
what I want.
That's why I'm like...
Nah, but
No, but at the time
no
I
spoilers,
was
please.
at the time I was going by conversations where you hadn't know that. You know, when you consider
Oh.
having, you know, Ric Flair and God knows who. In fact, in your mind, Ric Flair and fucking Gail Kim could be knockout tag champions because they're both knockouts in their own right.
They could be. You could put a wig on.
We're gonna win the tag titles, and then you'll come over and take your Space Mountain. Woo!
But it would be good.
It might be the oldest brand in the park, but it's still got the longest line. Woo!
It would be good though. It'd be
Because
so
I'm a
controversial.
ninja boy.
Robbie E's talking about going for the Knockouts tag titles with Robbie T. I would just personally love to see how they're
That's the
going to
only thing you respect about that
Oh,
man.
man, it is. It
I
really
hate-
is.
I hate you, Dad. I hate you so fucking much. That Pepsi cost me a whole fucking pound.
Robbie E, man.
So, anything else? Statements, or you got any? I don't know if you got any questions or something from.
Well,
last
that
week?
was my corrections from last week's show. Not too many, I'd hope.
Which is surprising.
You know,
I
but
was
I don't.
hard-
I couldn't defend myself last week because I was marking out.
Exactly. But no, that's the thing. The joke was you weren't here to defend yourself, so we're going to
Yeah.
rip the piss out of you.
Well, I just defended
But
myself.
Now you're back. So,
Jeremy, the joke's not
Should-
funny if you explain it.
my joke's not funny regardless.
So I just correct these people on all their mistakes because you know.
To be fair, you correct us on the facts, but when it comes to the opinions, you're still wrong.
That's just another opinion.
You got to remember, I'm
That they don't.
the one that edits the show, so fuck you all.
Well, you didn't edit the first one.
You didn't edit fuck up.
Actually, I did fucking edit it. I knocked
What?
15 minutes off the fucking show.
Really?
Yeah, because a lot of it was us just like a lot of it was just
This.
me ranting. Ironically, the one person I edited the most out of the entire show in terms of removing content was me. Because there's one bit of the show where the first episode I was essentially going, Jasmine, you're wrong! That went. So I've been kind of, but mainly it was going through trying to actually increase your volume so people could actually fucking hear what I was disagreeing with.
My bad.
Yes, looking at you, Dan. But I'm looking at the sound waves on here. You seem to be a lot louder, which is good. Probably because the microphone is pretty much up your dick at this point.
Well, I also have
Yeah,
questions from a fan
Yes.
fan corner.
Fan corner.
I have 3.
All right.
The first one is from seen as lesbian fan. This was a direct.
Apparently, I've met her before. I can't remember though, so I apologise right now that I can't remember.
I'm assuming it's Justin Bieber.
This is Anna, part of the WrestleMania crew, and her point was, it was more of a point. We were talking about Jake the Snake in the first episode, and now we were talking about how it's not much of a career because he never had a title and not remember.
I believe that was you that said that.
Yeah, no, but Dan, what was happening? Yes.
Yes, I remember you
So the
addressing
point,
that.
the point was that Anna says she only remembers Jake the Snake because she was part of the King of the Ring tournament where Austin did the whole 316 promo.
And
that is her only thing that gets Jake the Snake remembered. Other
In
than
that one, I would recommend for Anna to go watch Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Jake the Snake at Saturday Night Main Event. Go back and watch his feud with Rick the Model Martel, where he was blinded from arrogance. I believe the spray was called. Is that right? Arrogance, the spray. So I would recommend that. As far as that, when did she become a fan? Start watching it properly.
from around 97, I believe.
So at that point, yeah, your exposure probably
But she
would have
has
been
seen a lot of old
shit.
stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
But
the
she's
exposure
just-
would have been that.
Because
And I was saying this to Dan last week.
Yeah, we touched on this briefly after the show.
After the show was one of the things that I remember Jake Snake for as being one of the first intimidating guys who weren't necessarily big that I can remember. Like he was the first guy that when I saw him in the ring, I was like, he's a threat, you know. But he didn't have necessarily the same look as a lot of the other guys. Of course, it also helped when he wasn't fucking drinking into promos. But apparently, according to that, it helped in some of them. You want to play 21? I got 22. That's not how you play it, Jake.
Jake doesn't matter if he was drunk or not. He could still go out there and give a match.
Yeah, but he's doing this promo. He's like, cheat to win. You want to play 21? I got 22. I'm fine with that, Jake. Go ahead, bet your life savings. I'll call. You know, but yeah, I mean, again, that's understandable. But in years to come, people are only going to remember.
But that's the shame that most. For Jake Snake is if
it is a shame.
A hell of a wrestler
I
as well, and a hell of
completely
a
agree,
talent.
it is a shame.
Is that's his only aspect that people are really going to remember is. There's going to remember two things about Jake the Snake Roberts. One, he came to the ring with Snake, and two, Austin ripped him apart in a promo that launched his career.
Yep.
Besides, the new championship's going to become irrelevant soon anyway. It's already going down that way. When you've got Cena holding it that many times, and then you've got guys like Alberto Del Rio who are not interesting at all. And they don't apply any charisma. To be honest with you, when I look at Alberto Del Rio in the ring, I just don't think. I could be wrong, but he just gives the impression that he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, but I think a lot of that he's trying to give off the arrogance.
Yeah, but it's coming across as
wrong. It's coming off the wrong way, isn't it?
It's coming off as apathy and complacency, not silver spoon heels, I call it.
Yeah.
As you'll read more in my next blog.
Shane McMahon's he's coming off more. I don't really care to be here, but more than Shane McMahon, I can do what I want.
Yeah, I suppose. But shit, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What was the next one from Fan Corner?
The next one is from You Gonna Get Got. Who to the total Margot panel? Who is your current Fave 5?
Favorite 5.
Current. They have to be in some wrestling capacity.
They have to be active.
Yes. I know it's a one on the spot, so this may be edited.
It will be edited. It will be fucking edited, alright?
I could give my 5.
I know you could. Is Hogan number 1?
No.
Sting?
Just was it WWE or what?
No.
In all of wrestling?
In all of wrestling.
It could be a while with Dan because he
Preferably the big 2.
I'm just going to do
Preferably
the
the big 2,
Alright.
but you know.
Because if you go say RH, I'm like, I don't watch that show, mate.
The what?
Rora.
Oh, Rora. That.
See, I would watch things like Dragon Gate, but I can't be asked to research it.
Yeah.
I tend to stick to the 2 big ones because you know, they're the ones that we see regularly in this country. You know, if they started doing Dragon Gate, hell, if they started fucking showing FCW, I'd watch fucking FCW. Just to see,
it's too hard to keep up on YouTube.
Yeah, who's Bruce
My
gonna crush
last, like what I would call my third company would have had to be WSX. What was on MTV? That was awesome. That was absolutely awesome.
What's the company that Billy Gunn's wrestling in now? Is it not like WWX or something like that?
Gosh,
I think Billy's floating around a few companies.
No, because he had this big comeback in one of those companies where they were talking about the fact that he was let down by WWE and TNA. Which I don't understand how you drop a talent like Billy Gunn.
I don't either.
Is
he was the
because-
handyman in TNA, and that was the end, and it was like, what?
But is it that right? The only thing I can think of is either one, he gives off the impression that he's an arrogant cunt, which I don't think he's arrogant. I just think he's a confident guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got his bad points as well as anybody else.
He's probably got a bad rep backstage.
Yeah,
Probably what it is.
but you know. Maybe because he works a bit stiff, or something that people don't like that because people hated fucking hardcore. Yeah, hardcore. Like that. But
I'm Bradshaw.
either that, or he's just too nice a guy. Like maybe he's just letting people go. Oh yeah, I'll make you look good and all that. And it's
Might become a bit jaded as well, you know, over time.
Well, yeah, because of the way he's treated. I'd like to see he's a guy that if he came back to WWE or TNA, right, put it this way, if he started getting a title shot, the first company that got him between TNA and WWE said, right, we're going to push him for the world title. They're getting my viewership. And I'm like, right, okay.
Amen.
So basically, and I'll even show you how much I think Billy Gunn's that worth it, right? If TNA turn around, say TNA turn around and on Twitter they advertise, right, next pay-per-view, Billy Gunn for the world title. It'll cost you £30 to buy the pay-per-view. Right, my bank card details are... I would pay for a TNA pay-per-view. So... That's why I rate Billy Gunn.
Fair enough.
Right, so...
You're Fair 5?
No, because I've been talking.
Excuse me? You're Fair 5?
Well, I've got
Committed to memory.
I have a joint one. Rock,
Yeah, we know.
Hogan, and Sting.
Rock Hogan. Fuck it.
So you got two more then?
Oh,
You're supposed to just choose 5, ain't you? Know, any order.
no. Not it. Rock, Hulk Hogan, Sting. I have to say, at the moment, R-Truth. Because my god, that gimmick is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yo.
Would you like to comment before?
No,
No, go on.
no comment.
Please do.
No.
Makes the show.
No.
Makes the show what it is.
But little Jimmy says you have to.
Fuck little Jimmy!
If little Jimmy, I'm really hoping for a little Jimmy Hornswoggle
I
feud.
know you are! You want to see Hornswoggle and little Jimmy as tag team champions!
I just seen the picture of the two, the belt's almost as big as their heads.
Even though no one knows what little Jimmy looks like.
That means Hornswoggle just carrying both belts.
Could be two different gimmicks. He can play himself.
He picks up a microphone and just goes, quack, 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 little Jimmy!
I'm sorry, but I do love Truth. Truth is class.
Fuck you!
You watch the Slammies, right? The comedy gold moments. It was just mostly him because he's been making the show entertaining.
I'm sorry, just as like when the Miz was walking around and like fucking arching
That was
the car,
class. I love
you
that.
know, and in my head I was going, any minute now he's going to go, be very, very quiet.
For the same thing.
We're hunting the Miz. And then what does he do? Shh, be very quiet. Fuck you, Truth. Fuck you. To be honest with you though, it's like if suddenly they announced, and this next match on Raw, it's gonna be Brutus the Funkasaurus Clay versus R-Truth. I'd be like, oh fuck, I don't know who to cheer for. Don't know who to cheer for. But to be honest with you, if R-Truth does just eventually bury the Miz, I'll be happy. My problem with the Miz, I was a big fan of him, even when everyone fucking hated him.
Can't stand that, man.
But it is what, because he was the beatable champion, you know. I think probably the best way you could probably go with him now is maybe have him as a corporate champion or something like that. Have him maybe like with Drew McIntyre. He was like Drew McIntyre was the chosen one, and he was going to be the chosen world champion.
They're all picking on me.
Yeah,
They're calling me Avatar.
yeah.
They all think I look tall and blue.
Why would they call him Avatar?
Because it's Mrs. Dip.
That wouldn't be anything to do with Tiffany, would it?
No.
No.
She never mentioned it in a WWE magazine that I call my boyfriend Avatar.
No.
But sorry, I thought my glass was like tilting there.
And my number 5,
Yep.
James Storm. I'm loving that.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I always like being I always like him,
I love the fact that
but his singles career is absolutely awesome. I'm loving this feud with Angle at the moment.
I love the fact that I'm making no effort whatsoever to keep through it with the top 5 yet. I'm more concerned about my Pepsi intake.
I'm loving the fact that he's won over him. He, like, obviously, he won the world title late last year in one of the best impacts there has ever been. Just put that out there.
I'll agree with that.
Well,
7 minutes of action in a wrestling show.
2 title changes.
You had to add that last bit there.
2 title changes.
Can you rip that paper off so I can... So I need to write my top 5 now. Right.
I know my favorite.
Oh, you bastard!
Okay, should we explain what happened there?
No, I'll edit it out. Fuck you all.
Okay.
I don't like edited stuff. That's what I was going at my other point. WWE DVDs. No.
Yeah, I'm with you on this.
No.
Yeah.
My first thing is merchandise on the house shows in WWE. Why is there not a DVD stand? I never understood that. I went to TNA and TNA sells their DVDs. I was overjoyed and like half the price as well. So I grabbed the Best of the Tag Teams Volume 1. I just think it's really a thing WWE are missing. It's like a gap in the market. Put your DVDs on sale at your house shows, man. Show what you've done in the past for these kids, you know what I mean? Oh, look at that. Grab more money intake. I still get it. My other point about WWE DVDs, how badly are we getting edited now? You know what I mean? I haven't seen it, but I hear about WrestleMania 27. You might be able to back me up. Triple H and Undertaker's entrance.
Metallica's there.
Alright.
Metallica plays the beginning, but for the Undertaker's entrance, it's his old theme.
It's not,
It's not
Johnny Cash.
No.
Then what was the whole point of... That's how I don't get the whole point of bringing that music back to promos, and then we're not even going to do it for the pay-per-view.
Yep.
It's just annoying. Really annoying.
Okay, my fifth 5. My fifth 5 is Wade Barrett. I think Barrett's going to have a good future. I think he's
could be a surprise world champion by the end of the year.
CM Punk. I'm a big CM Punk fan. Always have been, or probably always will be, unless he really pisses me off truly.
Next.
Eric Young. I love Eric Young. I love his gimmick. I love everything that he's been doing. I'm upset a little bit that he's kind of labelled and stuck where he is now, because I don't think it has any future.
I don't know.
I don't think they'll ever be able to push him as a world champion as this Eric Young.
I'm hoping for him and ODB to win at least one set of tag titles.
Bully
that would
Ray.
be good. Bully Ray. Yeah.
Bully Ray is the reason I tune into TNA at the minute. I watch it purely for Bully Ray's promos, and then just to see Bully Ray beat the crap out of someone and then cower when like a bitch comes out. And the man we've mentioned a couple of times already in this show, Brodus Clay. I love the Funkasaurus. The Funkasaurus is one of those things for me. It's entertaining. 5 at the minute. That's my current fave 5.
No Daniel Bryan in his current fave 5. Wow.
I was doing a WWE when I put in
wow, I am genuinely shocked.
If I ever put in other people, then there's 2 there from TNA.
I'm surprised you weren't screaming like a little girl on Raw. We got a high quality Ring of Honor, and it still took Chris Jericho to save us from that horrendous match.
Took Chris Jericho to save it. That was an amazing match.
Really wasn't. No wonder the viewers tuned out. If I wasn't for who I am, if I was one of them,
that was a great match.
If I wasn't one of these dedicated people that will watch literally, you take the good with the bad, the good with the bad, the good with the bad. I would have tuned out during that because I was bored to tears with that match.
That match was great.
Bored to tears. Let's do the Ring of Honor handshake. Did everyone notice that?
Yes, yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
But of course,
they should both be fined for that.
Yeah, but they are friends, so the idea was that they respect each other and shake.
But my god, I was bored. Really bored of that match.
Sorry, fined for that shit? I'm calling bullshit.
I wouldn't want to promote Ring of Honor.
Johnny Laurinaitis was a world champion in New Japan Wrestling.
Yeah, that's fine.
So basically, you're allowed to mention it for some people, but not for others.
Yeah.
That's why I say fuck you too.
Now, what annoys me that they don't mention what you were saying, the TNA World Titles.
Yes.
They should mention.
But
they were just trying to say, look,
No, they were shaking hands.
Stuff Ring of Honor.
Just because it has something to do with Ring of Honor doesn't mean that's what they were doing. You can look at me like that all you want.
Fuck.
Right?
He just looks like that all the time. He basically expects people to disagree with him, and that's kind of our fault.
Anyway, Steve Jones.
Right, okay. Now, mine's a bit of an odd list.
The odder the better.
Well, no, it's because of who I am. You'll understand why. Number 5, we'll go with Drew McIntyre.
Okay, yeah.
Drew McIntyre has got all the potential in the world and the worst fucking writing team in history.
We've got a new guy hired. Did you hear about that?
Yes, Eric Horowitz or some shit like that. Apparently he's a big player. Whatever. They've also got Freddie Prinze Jr., so fuck him.
He's gone. He's been gone for about a year now.
He came back.
Has he? Has he come back again now?
He came back, aye.
Fucking hell.
Right, at number 4, we have James Storm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love James Storm. I think finally... See, that's the thing. I tuned in when I heard James Storm was getting world title, but I didn't think he was going to win. I thought it was going to be like to help build Bobby Roode's next world shot, and then to see him win, I was like, fuck yes. And he won with that super kick. I was like, TNA. And I even said on Twitter, TNA, you're doing it right.
Yes.
I said it on Facebook, I said it on Twitter, I sent Dixie Carter a tweet saying, I don't like you, but damn, that was good.
But
well done.
If I hadn't been for that win, and if I had already known that win was going to happen,
Yeah.
I probably would have tuned in for the last 2 minutes and not watched the rest of the show, because it was a 2-hour fucking Hogan Sting love fest. It was horrible.
The show's still shit, but they have the great world champions. And I do like Bobby Roode as world champion as well, by the way.
Yeah.
I like Sting as world champion because he knows what it means. He knows what it means to be responsible for the entire company. I just don't think a lot of guys get that. I think a lot of guys look at the belt as, yes, now I've got to be careful because everyone's going to be after me. No. Worry about that second. Worry about the company first, because without a company, you're fucking nothing. Right. So that was Drew, James Storm. Then at number 3, you've got Bully Ray. I've been a long time fan of Bully Ray, and I just think he doesn't get the credit he deserves. And by credit, I mean titles. Great tag team champion, of course. Of course, he's a great tag team champion. You know, he held the Hardcore Championship and he held it well. When he held it, I fucking paid attention. When he turned to Triple H and said, any one of us can now be world champion, I paid attention. And when he went into TNA, it became Bully Ray, after he split with Devon and the whole time. I just thought he's going to become maybe X Division champion, then world champion, or maybe he'll just go straight world champion.
I think world by the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm pulling for world champion.
Yeah.
He is hoping.
Same here.
He is hoping.
So now we're up to number 2, the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels.
Yes.
Again, the reason I started watching TNA was Christopher Daniels.
That man should be world champion.
He should be. Why the fuck? It's even in my blog. Why the fuck is he not world champion? It's the fall. I mean, my favourite Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels moment. Can anyone guess what it is? It's just a small part in a match.
Oh fucking hell! It could be anything really.
I know it could. But
Like generally in a
I'll tell you
match.
what. It was a triple threat match.
Well, him and Joe and Styles.
Joe and Styles.
Well,
Yeah.
one
It
or
was
two.
Well, I can't remember which one it was.
Unbreakable.
Because to be honest, they
first
were both phenomenal.
one. Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you what it was.
The first one's overrated in my opinion.
Styles and Joel were both.
Is it the BME?
No, they were both
No.
they were both kicking him, right?
Yeah.
Kept kicking him because he was sitting down the mat and they kept kicking him in the back, and eventually he just gets up and just goes, "Stop kicking me!"
yes.
Hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, anyone guess what my number 1 is?
No.
No.
To be honest, no.
Nah.
William Regal.
Nah.
Yeah.
I loved him as a heel. I loved the fact that this guy could take himself seriously and completely take the piss out of
How
himself.
hilarious is that moment on Raw
Which one?
with John Laurinaitis
Oh.
about his conjoined twins?
Yeah.
and I loved
keep
him in the attic.
I keep it in the attic, really, John.
William Regal.
See, that's
Sir.
just slightly controversial.
But I
like the
I like that. I like the dance off he did, and I like the fact that the week before on Raw, after the dance off, he rapped.
Yeah.
He hit a bit of Sugar Hill. I was like, yes.
And what I love is like no matter what show he's on, he takes it seriously.
Like NXT.
NXT, FCW, you know, he does all these house shows.
Well, he's doing a brief feud at the minute in FCW with Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, because he's doing the
It's a
same.
very, and Dean Ambrose is a really good young talent, so it could go somewhere.
Because he's doing the same way as like I got too nice or something. So he's so yeah. So he's my number 1. You know.
Should have been in the Rumble.
Yeah. Why wasn't he in the fucking Rumble?
I don't know. The Royal Rumble, anyway, people.
Rumble.
I really enjoyed it.
I'd love to see him.
Right. With the Royal Rumble, to be honest with you, I thought it could have been a lot better. But my problem was not with the legends that we used. Got no problem with that.
Commentating stuff by any chance?
Great way to bring Karma back. Although I felt the way that Cole jumped out of the ring. Yeah, it was good. It was character, but I thought it could have been. I thought Cole should have just had the balls to go fuck it and like get beaten up. Because then he
They
could
just wanted to give an elimination to King and Booker.
exactly.
That's how I saw that.
Yeah, although I noticed a bit of a botch later on because it was on King's part, as always, because Cole was like, I lasted in the Rumble longer than you did, King. And then King goes, yeah, you got eliminated by a woman. And then I was like, hang on, Booker and King.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, if you want to go down that road, King. Sorry, Queen. But the legends I thought we used great. I thought Karma coming back was good.
Well, I called
King.
I called King, didn't I? Because you could see King was wearing his shirt. It kind of looked as if he would probably have his stuff on. But you said Booker might be in it anyway, and I'm going, no, he's wearing his like suit and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, and he comes out and going, at what point did people not notice he was taking his fucking pants off?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
Well, I called Hacksaw as well. 25th
yeah.
anniversary. I was really happy about that because I thought.
I'm glad he came. I'm glad he came back for the Rumble because it's like obviously he won the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice touch.
To be honest with you, if I don't have to see him anymore, I'll be happier.
Here's one. If he's still alive in 25 years' time, is he allowed to come back for the 50th one?
No.
That's harsh.
I'm sorry, I don't think he'll still be there in 25.
How old is he? 50s,
Oh.
60s?
60s.
So, 80s, man, he'd be fine. I would rather see that than probably the current.
What is it I
If I'm
used
still
to
watching
say?
wrestling then, and if the deterioration, how I go now, my God, I will hate them all. I will hate them all.
I have two. I have two major. Actually, no, I have three major gripes with the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. The first one was the cage match at the beginning. Big Show should have won, and I think
Yes.
I don't like the way Daniel Bryan won because it looked accidental.
That's what I said.
But you said it was a box, and I said, no,
I thought it was a botch
yeah.
at first. Because I thought he couldn't hang on to him.
Yeah, but it looked either way, whether it was deliberate, it just looked bad.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have Daniel Bryan win, make him win like a cheating motherfucker or incredibly. That was incredibly. That looked botch.
But they're supposed to try and make it look as if everything's happening just by luck. He's winning because
but
something's
even
happening.
there, it just looked like a botch, though. That's what and just at the very beginning, Big Show was dominant. Then Mark Henry got a bit of dominance, but then Daniel Bryan just. I don't know. I didn't feel he contributed enough. And this isn't my hatred of Daniel Bryan. I just felt he didn't contribute enough to the match. But maybe that's just because of the way it was directed.
I know the other guys were like injured, so it didn't.
Mark Henry's obviously out now.
Defending Brian.
Mark,
You're defending Stein. You're defending Brian.
You're not defending Brian though. You're just defending.
Defending why my.
You're defending Henry and Shaw while the match was good.
I defended Scott Steiner. But
yeah, fuck him.
But
squash him in the chamber. First one out.
My second problem was just some of the talent used in the Royal Rumble itself. Again, not the legends. It was actually the standout. I was like, first of all, David Katunga.
When he came out with saying that
I offered my WrestleMania tickets, Hall of Fame, and access to him if David Otunga won that Rumble. He could have had them.
Yeah.
My response was, fuck David Otunga. I don't want them that way.
I would say to have ODB win the Rumble than fucking Otunga.
But that would be good. I would have liked, if Karma had won, I would have enjoyed that.
Yeah, but you barked out because you thought it was a boogeyman.
I did again, twice now. I hear that dong, and I think, oh no.
He nearly ripped me arm off when he thought it was a boogeyman. He's squeezing, going, it's boogeyman, and I'm going, it's fucking Karma, get off me.
That's twice now. Twice.
The thing is, the irony is that Karma would be is if it goes up next time, he thinks it's Karma, and it's the boogeyman.
No, it's just boogeyman.
It was just like some of the talent that came out. I was just like,
Well, you was surprised Pre-One Epico came out, weren't you? Fucking Epico.
to be honest,
Jay Uso.
Well, they did a thing on it where...
Why wasn't that Rikishi?
Well, WWE.com did a thing where it was saying that there was a list of 7 wrestlers that lasted under a minute in the Royal Rumble.
It was
ridiculous.
But
Alex Riley?
But the thing is, now I
Riley?
now
Really?
Now I
Right.
Jimmy. But now I know why he was so fucking obsessed with have 40 people.
Really?
Because Jesus fucking Christ, it was just like, is that it? Mrs. Bang on, I lasted over 40. Shut the fuck up.
Remember when you used to, if you were number 1, you'd have and you went all to the final 4, so you lasted, I don't know, an hour?
Yeah.
That Rumble wasn't even an hour this year.
No, it was
No.
50
Another one that was
minutes.
under 55.
To be honest with you, I would have said, fuck it, open it up to fucking indie fans, open it up to fucking ever. Obviously, you can't open it up to TNA, but anyone else that's available.
Open it up to TNA.
Open it up to your roster. There's so many guys. Guys slash girls. that have been
Beretta,
years.
Yoshi, Rex wasn't Rex was it?
Rex Hawkins.
Mikey
Rex
Yoda.
Hawkins. They were, there's four
Well,
right there.
I said Chad Patton asked who he thought you would win the Rumble, and I sent back on Twitter you.
There was 4 guys right there that didn't make it.
But point is, AJ.
Taker maybe should have returned in the Rumble rather than the Raw, but obviously we needed to save John Laurinaitis' job.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Bye streak.
I have to
Bye.
No, I have to call bullshit on WWE. Yeah, I'm calling bullshit. You see, this is how it works.
Right, here we go.
I get a call from my boss to say, "Could you come into work today, please?" Right? Not a problem. I went into work and I said, "Right, unfortunately, you're being made redundant." I went, "Fair enough." Now, if I got into work and I'd said, "What is it?" and they've gone, "Well, very fortunate, Stephen, but I have to inform you that." Don't. I am still gone. It doesn't matter. There's still paperwork.
I still appeared. And
It's not like, sorry, if work went like that, I would just, I'd be back in the Inland Revenue earning fucking $1,000 and a bit every month, and every time my boss said, "I'm afraid I'm going to have to," I'd bring a gong with me, and the Michael Cole gong, just like, and that would be awesome if they're there and Triple H is like, "Dong," and I'm like, "Oh my God, it's Undertaker," and then Michael Jones goes, "Oh, I'm really sorry." I couldn't.
No, what would have been great was the fact that if he got, as Robin dropped the mic straight away, he would have gone, "I'll be back with you in a minute."
Yeah. But it doesn't negate. But I'm sorry, Undertaker comes out, and just like, "I want a WrestleMania match." You're still fired. Fuck you. You think, "Oh well, no, the review got cancelled."
The streak's not over.
Because Triple H stopped talking. I don't give a fuck.
He never said, and to be fair, right, unless you hear the words "you're fired," you can still go on with your life going, "I still got a job."
Look at Drew McIntyre.
I tell that to every single employer I've worked for.
Try it.
Yeah,
Just walk by. Well, you can't because the store's been destroyed.
Well, it has. I helped destroy it. That would get me fired. Unless it's WWE logic, which case we'll just call it an empty store match.
That would be good.
It's going to a random mall in America.
I just want to point out, he just said, "I'm not sure," he wants to see me in an empty store match. I'm scared because I think I can pick up a few names he wants me to face as opponents. Starting with Hulk Hogan. And then, if not Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash if he's available.
And if Kevin Nash can't do it, we'll bring The Rock out, in between shooting a scene. Can you just beat the fuck out of this guy?
I could do it.
The thing is, I'm happy facing you. I've got no problem facing you. I couldn't drop to you if I was a fucking corpse.
Good.
I could.
But the fact is, the only person that mentioned there I would be scared of is The Rock, because if The Rock wants to kick my ass, he's going to.
Oh yeah.
He's 6'5", he's 230, like 200 like
40, I think he's up to
245 odd pounds.
And he's built like a brick shit out these days.
I'm an Oompa Loompa, it's not gonna happen. So if The Rock comes up to me and goes, "I'm gonna kick your ass," I just go, "Yes, sir."
How many times would you like to kick it?
Yeah, but if my fiance is nearby, I'll kind of put her in the way. It's like, "Etta, go kick The Rock's ass for me," and you know what? She fucking would. I've seen my lass in action. Do not fuck with her.
Poor Rocky. That's bad booking right there, people.
Poor Rocky.
What? Him versus me? Yeah, that is bad booking.
No, just beating up The Rock. The Rock's not allowed to be beat up by anyone. He doesn't job.
The Rock doesn't.
We need Triple H logic.
Sorry, but you've paid $3,000
You
to see
realise-
The Rock drop.
Oh,
You realise we've got a new fucking meme on Total Markout. It's Jizme's. It's a Chuck Norris fact. It's Jizme's Rock's fact. Jizme's first fact about The Rock. So, fact number 1: The Rock doesn't job. He just forgets to win.
I went there. That is going to have to be a new segment. Like.
Yeah. Every episode, you've got to come up with a new Rock fact, and not like he won several championships. We know that. We want Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
And basically, actually, next week we've all got our own talking stuff. But I'm going to be talking about the stuff just after, during and a little bit after the ruthless aggression era that I fucking couldn't stand. And I gave an example of Great Khali squashing Undertaker.
Yes.
Wank fists. Oh yeah,
Disgrace.
Yeah,
Here we go.
by the way, SmackDown.
Yeah.
SmackDown, because I'm not going to be able to watch it this week because I've got stuff going on. I'll see what happens. I am infuriated.
Ooh.
I
That should be good.
am
then.
angry.
Right.
Not just am I angry. I am seething at the point where I'm like, "Come back, Hogan. All is forgiven." Fuck it, bring Russo with you.
Oh, really? That bad?
That bad?
Is Arquette there?
I can't wait for SmackDown.
I'll take Courtney.
It should be Davis.
Fine, get me a dead corpse. I don't give a shit. Anything. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about when you watch SmackDown. I'm not going to be able to watch it because I'm going to...
Something I won't even like.
Oh, you're not going to like it.
Oh my god.
You're not going to like it.
I'm not going to watch.
You're going to fucking watch.
I don't know if I want to watch this now. I'm sitting there going, you're going to be infuriated. You're not going to like it.
All I'm going to say is...
I might not like it either, and I'm sitting thinking,
I will say this on the next SmackDown. I'm not revealing results. We're going to find out who's in the Elimination Chamber.
Well, that should be
So
good.
we're going to find out what the matches are going to be and all that jazz. We'll get Daniel Bryan's thoughts on everything. Yay!
Oh joy!
It's like I'm the great. This is like CM Punk. I know you can't stand. I'm not going to get into that argument. But CM Punk's at least going, I'm the best wrestler in the world, and he's talking about wrestling. That's fine. Daniel Bryan just goes, I'm the best in the world. Notice how he doesn't specifically state what he's the best at.
I like how you mentioned veganism on Raw.
Yeah, but he
just said vegetarian.
Yeah.
He just described it as vegetarian, and I'm thinking going...
He didn't even describe it right. I was like, you can't even get that right, Brian. You can't even say, I'll even say, fair enough, you've won better than... You still do that wrong. Go to hell,
But
Brian.
you know what I
wants
think?
to
Like,
see
you know what I think?
boring.
I want you to think about this, right? Because Daniel Bryan, right? He's got the beard going. He's got the vegan thing, right? Right? And he's preaching everybody about this shit that he says, you should all agree with me because I'm a role model.
Yeah.
You're a role model for young kids.
Yeah.
So, Jesby, you've got the beard,
I have.
vegetarian, preaching at everybody.
Give him the belt. Give him the belt.
But real men have long hair.
I'll agree with that.
I can't have him going bald, right?
No, because then there's other real men which just look like Bubba Ray Dudley.
Yeah.
So basically, you have to either have long hair or look like Bubba Ray Dudley. That's why this team is the greatest team of all time.
I hate Daniel Bryan.
I love the fact that you're there getting ready for a match. Who are you fighting?
No one. I just like to make.
That's the closest you will ever get to a match.
I just like my
I'll
diva.
put that one out there.
I like my tattoos dancing. That's all.
I can't wait to face any one of you guys in a match. The problem is, because I want to fight Jisme more than I want to fight you, right? But he's a referee, so I'm kind of like thinking. But seriously,
You've been doing your titles again.
so I'm going to be talking about that. What you were
Mine was the rise and fall of the WWE produced ECW.
Yeah.
Basically, Vince McMahon presents what I wanted to do originally.
Yeah, hold the belt.
Yeah.
Just to say, basically the only problem he has is that he couldn't hold the WCW title at the time. But I bet he would love to be TNA World Champion, just to say, I was champion, but I left my belt at home. Actually, no, I may have left it in the limo.
Boom.
Fuck.
And then blow it up.
I'll just find another one at Toys R Us. That's what he would do. I'm not saying that about TNA. That was what he would do.
And we had a theory on what you might do.
Oh, what was it I said?
You said how more championships be brought in, or
Yes.
title holders,
I-
best and worst title holders.
Yeah.
And I was suggesting that maybe you might have a discussion on why certain titles should
You
be
are
brought
correct
back.
about titles, both of us. But
Why?
mine was
Yeah.
the decision to get rid of the old titles, such as the World Tag Team Champions and the Women's title, for instance,
Alright.
and keep the WWE Tag Team Champions from 2000. The history goes from 2002, and the Divas Championship.
Would that be before Benoit or after Benoit rather?
Well, the WWE titles with Benoit.
Alright.
That's what I don't get.
Yeah.
They kept the WWE Tag. My biggest
Benoit
gripe, right?
held both, didn't he?
Right. Yeah. But my biggest thing, right?
Yeah.
You know how they could never mention MVP, who
Yeah,
he beat
yeah,
for the
yeah.
US title at the time. It was
They
long
can't
term, and he's
understand
like,
the triple threat.
I wanted. They can't mention Benoit. So why keep a set of tag titles where you can't even name your first champions, Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit? Because I always remember when they were on about when Edge and Rhea were feuding, they always say, "Oh, they were the second WWE Tag Team Champions. They were second." Well,
Yeah.
usually you would say
Well,
the main thing would be
In
first.
fairness, the Royal Rumble is like, the most unlucky number to pull is
Yeah.
number one,
Right.
which is produced the same
No,
number as
winners.
hang on a
And then
minute.
show Sean.
The show Sean for number one. And
Michael
then
Cole did say, on the commentary afterwards, he's like, only 2 guys have won I was like, wow, that's quite close.
Have you noticed he didn't even say Shawn Michaels was one of them?
No, he just said 2 guys.
Well,
Exactly.
you can't go Shawn was one and then go, when who was the other one?
I would love it if Michael Cole went, yeah, there are only 2 people have ever won the Royal Rumble and number 1. And then, and the first guy to ever do that, Shawn Michaels, a legend, who we spoke to at WWE.com, and then for Booker T just go, yeah, Chris Benoit was it.
Good luck with your
He
future
was a sick
endeavors.
motherfucker.
Booker T turned into Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, well, I can't do impressions of, people. I'm not very good
So
at
that
it.
would be my...
Your John Laurinaitis
and all-
is great.
And with
But I
that...
do like my John Laurinaitis. I should start doing that introduction to the show. I should do a Johnny Laurinaitis introduction to the show.
Hi.
I am John Laurinaitis, the Executive Vice President of Talent Relations and the Interim General Manager of Raw. And I welcome you to Total Markout, which I've scripted. It will be the most creative... And then you just kick the shit out of me.
Can we go? Actually, we need to go back to the Royal Rumble, so you never finished talking about.
Yes, the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble. The Sheamus winning the Royal Rumble.
Ah, yeah. I was slack-jawed, Richie,
Right.
sitting there with my jaw wide going, but no.
I liked it, but I hated it. And I've got a good reason for this.
I might have the same point.
So is Eric Van
No,
Jalen.
you don't. No, you do not. I liked it because it was like, okay, number 1, when you had Chris Jericho in there, most people, except for Smarks, him, would think, yeah, Sheamus is going to go out and Jericho's going to... Because they wouldn't build Jericho.
We all thought that.
Yeah. And then Sheamus deserves it. But I detest it.
I don't know if he deserves it or not.
No. I detest it though. Because it cost me to lose a bet to crack it, so I now have to buy a bottle of vodka.
Unlucky.
I'm now
Can
30
I
quid
also
down.
add, can I add something just briefly? Sheamus has an E in it.
You don't even have a job anymore. That's not fair.
I know.
Hey.
I can't even...
Hashtag breadline, folks. Hashtag breadline.
Fuck you.
Jesus Christ, you mentioned Twitter more times than WWE.
I'm trying to get over.
Did you know that's how you get over with Twitter?
I don't know.
You
I
could-
talk to the wrestlers on Twitter. They answer back. I'm trying to.
Just when you can get over with a fucking catapult. Jesus, but you could get over
At least
with
I can climb the one myself, though, without a step ladder or 3.
climb all over you, kid.
Aye. You have to reach first.
So alright, I've got Hulk
Didn't
as a personal trainer.
Sorry. Didn't fall off that curb, man.
You can say I look up to him.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm just knocking the mic out the way.
That's just like the way that JSB turned around and goes, watch out for the curb.
Don't,
Don't want to fall off it.
don't hang yourself that curb.
Perfectly fine.
Don't jump. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
I'd rip your balls off, they're too high up.
Woo 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 woo. You know it.
I wish I fucking didn't. I have to sleep at night.
Why do you have a double bed? So you can lie long ways.
No, it's got a fat bastard.
Anyway.
Have you seen the size of my fucking arse?
No, not really.
I'm the reason it's been dark and standing for the past 25 years.
Oh.
My ass is so fucking fat, man, but there's a tougher woman than me, yo.
I know that we lost track on the first episode of Marking Out, but this one's just gone fucking
Anyway, I have a
mad.
question. I have a last question from Fan Corner.
Fuck, man!
You don't tell me you forgot.
No. This because he said after a Rumble discussion, put this one in. So this is from Atstazeven. Right?
To me?
No.
Like, no. Right.
What is your favourite Royal Rumble? Not match, not Rumble match. Rumble like event, like the whole card.
Pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view. The whole card.
Ooh.
There's a few good ones. In just naming a couple that come to mind straight away when you think that, there's 3 of them actually, and they run in order. 98, 99 and 2000 are all tremendous cards.
They really are.
I mean, in 98 you start off with Vader versus Goldust and... Oh sorry, the artist formerly known as Goldust. And then you've got Rock Shamrock, the tag titles LOD and Outlaws. With Outlaws are just really starting out as like the Outlaw gimmick as well. And then you got the Rumble itself in the casket match with Taker and Shawn. 99 is pretty much Rock IC champion, world champion, sorry, by that point, isn't it? So it's Rock and Foley, and you've got, I think, it's basically Ministry versus DX at some point during that show, isn't it? Every match is kind of deciphered the same way, and obviously you got the I Quit, as I mentioned before, and that Rumble's a really good Rumble as well, the whole Austin McMahon thing going on. And then 2000 has got the tag team tables match, the Miss Rumble gimmick show.
Personally, my favourite 2000. Yeah, you got Taz's debut of the Angle. He'd like give it the Hardys Dudley's table tag. What you just said, Miss Rumble and Mae Young wins. Total controversial.
See, for me,
and obviously The Rock wins the Rumble.
And
yes,
and
for me,
Mick versus
Triple H in the street fight.
See, for me, Royal Rumble pay-per-views are all about the Rumble.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with the same.
So I tend not to give two flying fucks. Although I was incredibly angry at one Royal Rumble pay-per-view when the Royal Rumble came first, and then the fucking world title match came after.
There's a few times that's happened.
That happened quite a few.
The last, the recent one was 2006. Is that the one you remember?
I was talking about Kurt Angle and Undertaker.
Yeah, 2006. Yes.
Right,
yes, I agree.
Back.
Yes.
But my favourite Royal Rumble.
The match is Mark Henry.
But my favourite Royal Rumble match, because that's what I watch Royal Rumble for.
Definitely. I want a 3-hour Rumble.
The reason why I liked it is simply because of the way it ended. Your winner and the new WWF champion,
92.
Ric Flair.
92 is one of my personal favourite Rumbles as well.
That was, for me, Ric Flair, match could not have ended any other way. It just couldn't.
To me, I think I mentioned it either last episode or after the episode, that when I was watching the 92 Rumble, it was the first one I'd ever watched.
Yes,
I
did hear that.
Yeah, and I thought that every Rumble finished with a new champion. Every Rumble was for a title.
So the first one I watched, Hogan was champion in it. So
the first Rumble I watched was 92, and I'm sitting there thinking, oh wow! So if you beat all these people to be champion,
and obviously,
oh wow!
And
then obviously the next year it's a chance to be WrestleMania. Yeah. I'm sitting going.
So we went. For me, it was like 3 different ones because there was no other thing. Obviously, he wasn't defending it, Hogan. It was just like it was a big.
And I was a big Bret Hart fan as well.
And
I remember '93 sitting there thinking, watching it and going, what do you mean Bret's not the champion? Even before the controversy happened, they both landed at the same time. I'm sitting going, Bret won, Bret's a champion. What do you mean Bret has to go to WrestleMania and fight that fatty?
Did you not see the Yoko one?
Nah, so Yoko, sorry, 93.
I didn't know Yoko Ono was champion.
Next.
It's a bad day when Johnny Laurinaitis is fucking funnier than I am.
To be fair, Laurinaitis comes off as funny because he's awkward.
Yeah.
He is awkward as fuck.
Mike Tyson in the Hall of Fame.
Fuck him.
No
it's
way.
a celebrity win.
One of the best celebrities.
If you're going to have a celebrity win and you're going to do it right, Mike Tyson is the one to do it. He's done guest hosts. He had a major storyline in the WWE, and he was a consistent figure in it.
Yes. I have an incredible bias towards Mike Tyson though because of the crimes that he committed.
Oh, fair enough.
That's my only and
personally, if I'm going to look
that's my only and probably unfair.
Yeah, but if you could look at most wrestlers like that.
Yeah, but. But it's kind of like it's a weird thing I have because if people ask me should Chris Benoit be in the Hall of Fame, and I tend to go no.
Right. Yeah.
Because he brought a lot of shame to the wrestling business with what he did.
Yeah.
So for all the marks that go, oh, but Chris Benoit was at the greatest. Don't dispute that. But he's a great wrestler. Probably one of the best wrestlers of all time. Oh no, he was like one of the 4 horsemen. Absolutely legendary.
And
so why the fuck should
as we were saying, do you notice they chose the horsemen this year? They didn't just mention it was the 4 horsemen. They specifically said which horsemen were going in.
I was going to because
Flair was going in twice.
They couldn't.
Arn was going in. Is it Tully? I think Tully was the. Is it Tully?
And Barry Windham.
And JJ Dillon.
Obviously, they're not going to say the 4 horsemen and like just say everyone minus Benoit.
Luger could have got in.
You know what I mean?
Luger was a part of Ollie Anderson. Even if they were 4 horsemen, you generally they usually go for the originals, don't they? Mm-hmm. Like the Midnight Express, I'm guessing the original.
Vince hates Ollie with a passion, doesn't
it? Ollie's a prick. By all attendances, Ollie's a racist prick.
No.
I mean, I'll just briefly talking about Ollie.
Not that Michael hears it.
Hear it. Briefly talk about that's why. That's why Hayes is, isn't it?
Oh, did you read about? Sorry, just thinking of this. Did you read about the one Bobby Lashley was interested about coming to WWE?
And WWE turned around and
said no, because of the reason was he has problems with Michael Hayes. Oh, made me laugh like that. I was like,
well, briefly talking about Ollie. One of the major things that Ollie Anderson was a racist, and a huge racist, to the point when Teddy Long used to referee in the 80s, or maybe the late 80s, late 70s, early 80s. He put his hand on him. He was refereeing. He was in the ropes. He put his hand on him and goes, break up. And he turned around. Ollie turned around to Teddy Long and goes, don't you ever put your coon hands on me, you dirty nigger. And he said this on Legends of Wrestling, a round table that they have on Classics on Demand. And he turns around and goes, okay, he didn't know what to say. So he just carried on and he refereed how he was supposed to. And on the other side of the table was Tony Atlas.
Yeah.
And Tony Atlas, real nice guy and everything like that. He never had any problem with racism, he said, his whole entire career, because someone said to him, they don't see black with you, they don't see white with you, what they see is green.
Yeah.
They see nothing but money with you, Tony.
Yeah.
And what Tony said Tony turned around and goes, yeah, Ollie would call you an N-word before he said hello to you.
Yeah. I think it's I think it's when it comes to the Hall of Fame though, I'm not sure. The Hall of Fame only means as much as you're willing to believe in it. Because again, the Hall of Fame is as much a work as anything else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's the only thing I think is quite cool is that the Vince McMahon refuses to nominate himself for the Hall of Fame. Like people have said, "Oh, I should go in the Hall of Fame."
Oh, Vince won't. Vince also doesn't like being mentioned on the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that when JR was going in and he said there's a certain big Irishman who I'm not allowed to mention. Dusty Rhodes did the same thing.
Yeah.
The only person Dusty mentioned Stephanie briefly.
Yeah.
And that was about as much as you're allowed to do.
Yeah, he doesn't want any
I think he will go in it.
Oh, he'll go when he passes.
not of his own power.
I don't
think
know.
he'll
I
pass.
think he should induct himself.
If he's still alive, it should be
mean?
Stephanie or Shane.
No, let Shane do. Shane's better on the mic.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking is though is if the relationship's there properly with Shane. We've seen the problems there's been in recent years. For me, I think it'll probably be a situation that's similar to when Vince and Jay went in. When Vince Senior went in, he was passed.
Yeah.
Once he's passed on, I think he'll
I
go
can
in.
see that
as long as the Hall of Fame thing, as in the actual
ceremony,
isn't used as part of the storyline.
But would Vince want it that way?
Yeah, but
If he writes that,
yeah,
like if he leaves that in as well as something specifically says use this in a storyline,
the law. I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
Well, I think with
would you be alright with it then? Would you be alright then?
But I've got to say this.
If you knew, I know you would probably
for me though, the Hall of Fame is a bigger part of WrestleMania than anything else. I look forward to the Hall of Fame as much as I look forward to WrestleMania.
It is a grief I have with a lot of fans.
When I get the DVD, anyway.
Right, well, you've got there tends to be three kinds of fans. I tend to find right. You got your WWE fans who hate TNA. You got your TNA fans who hate WWE, and then you got your fans of wrestling. Now, some of them are like me, right? I'm a wrestling fan. I like seeing technical wrestling. There are fans like Jisme who just wants to see gimmicks, and really good gimmicks and title changes.
He wants to see more of the sports entertainment aspect.
He wants the entertainment side of it. Then there's you, who you want to see a combination of the.
I want to see everything.
You want to see everything, right?
I would like to see a technical match as much as a gimmick match, as much as seeing a high flying contest or whatever. Because I like to see professional wrestling. To me, is not one thing.
Yeah.
Professional wrestling to me is everything.
Yeah.
You don't nail yourself down into a tiny little corner because you're not going to expose you.
Yeah.
That's why I like Ring of Honor. Not because I like Ring of Honor as much as I like WWE, as much as I like TNA, as much as I like Chikara Pro.
Yeah.
That's what I am.
Well, the thing is, what I'm alluding to,
you hate TNA?
Pretty much all TNA fans.
I'm bored of TNA at the minute.
Pretty much all TNA fans that I've encountered, the ones that hate WWE, and a large majority of wrestling fans, just look at WWE Hall of Fame as a joke. They're like, it means nothing because you've got the NWA or Hall of Fame, whatever it is.
Yeah, I have beef with that.
The NWA Hall of Fame is really mad.
No. I don't. If you haven't worked for the WWE, technically the WWE, I don't think you should be in there.
Yeah, I think because again, I mean, here's the way I look at wrestling. People who say, "Oh, TNA is full of shit," I go, TNA has its good moments and a lot of fucking bad moments, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily shit. I don't like TNA with for a lot of stuff that they've done and the way that it seems that they have a certain crutch on legends, but WWE are just as bad because their crutches are Randy Orton and John Cena. The difference is that, and again, I can't believe I'm saying this, it's a weird episode. Back in fucking TNA, at least Hogan and Sting have paid their fucking dues.
Yes!
Oh, I hate that.
Pay your dues!
I hate that fucking
because
saying.
that is what it should be. No, I don't just mean in wrestling. I think paying your dues in any job, in life in general, should apply. And that's why it applies mainly in wrestling.
Here's my question. Did Randy Orton pay his dues? Enough to beat Chris Benoit to become World Heavyweight Champion?
I know. That's,
No.
Now, John Cena...
The only hang on, before we go into John Cena, the only thing that I give Randy Orton big props for, that his first title, it was only a month, and he didn't get the WWE title until No Mercy 07. He had that massive gap.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm, you know what I mean? If you get the world title early and you only hold it like that, I will give Orton more than I give the John Cena's and the Brock Lesnar's of this world, because it was 1 month, and then he paid a lot of dues afterwards.
Well, he went into we went to school, didn't he?
Yeah.
Basically, he goes, we put the title on you, we're taking it off you, but you're gonna go to school. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna work with Taker for a year.
Yeah.
That, to me, that would be okay.
But so basically, he needed the world title to get a Taker,
Yeah.
which takes me to WrestleMania when they take us back. And this is going to be the last thing I talk about on the show, because obviously we've got an episode 3 to do. Because this is episode
2.5.
special. Well, yeah.
I think it's turned into episode 3, hasn't it? Really?
We're
on the 2 hour mark.
Basically, when I
Well,
titled the show on YouTube, I think I'm just going to call it the Jizmy Show,
275.
or just the special Jizmy's Revenge, or something like that. Because-
2.5.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much what he said.
Yeah.
Because, don't even know this, but 2.5 is the same as 2.5.
The 2.5
I'm a mathematical genius,
The
mate.
2.5 is better.
I know that 2.5, man. But I can't do a half symbol on YouTube. But
That's bad booking there.
bad book. But
How far did you get in? 2.5.
right. But Undertaker's back, and it looks like we're going to get Triple H to take a 3. I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I mean, obviously Triple H seems to be doing this reluctant thing, you know, like maybe he's like, I only fought you last year, and you know, which would be a great.
Well, no,
angle.
because what it looks as if he's doing is that he says he's put up all past grudges and all that. He's moving ahead as a businessman.
Yeah,
That's what the thing.
which would be absolutely fantastic if.
Which I think was going to mean we're going to get some awesome Taker promos. We can just call him out.
But I think that would be absolutely awesome if it wasn't for the fact that I don't know. Triple H said after the Raw that I've been fucking waiting for you. I'm sorry. If the Undertaker calls you out, you have 2 options: answer the call or answer the call.
Or punch his wig off that he was clearly wearing.
Why'd you have to go there? What you go there for?
No, that's so bad. That wig was really horrendous. I'm sorry. Except that you're the balder national ginger.
What the fuck's he gonna do when he takes his hat off?
No, that's exactly my first thought.
It's like, I'll show you the powers I have.
I haven't seen fake long hair like that
hair.
till I saw it since Kane earlier in the night. Oh my god, it was horrendous.
One quick point,
Yeah.
right? One quick point. That may have been a wig. Kane's isn't.
Kane hasn't grown his hair that fast.
Yeah, he has.
Way.
There was pictures of him when he first got injured. He was regrowing his hair when he started then.
It's only you don't grow your hair that quick into a month.
No, you don't grow your hair that
I
quick
do.
into a month.
What bald head, long hair. Fuck off.
Just because you can't grow your hair anymore.
No way.
That spot on your top of your head's fucking shining to me.
Although to be fair, I think Kane is wearing a wig.
Yeah.
I just don't dispute the fact that the hair can grow back quick. Because
No, I can go, but not that quick.
You never know. Everyone's different.
It happened to me. I just decided.
But he was bald though.
But the thing is, I was like your grade like 4, so I was quite short. And I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm doing with hairdressers. They're like 2 months. I've got long hair. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, my.
But it depends. I don't think Kane can grow it that quick. But I think he's probably got.
I'm not saying it's not all.
Maybe it's extensions to a certain point.
Aye.
Yeah, we'll
stop
settle.
We'll stop with the legality comments.
We'll settle for. What I love is the fact that we started the show with very calm, joking, and then we went into me and him screaming at each other, and now we're ending on fucking hair extensions. If we're not the gayest show on, if we're not the
I do want to make a point about the streak before we wrap everything up.
Yeah.
Is that as a Undertaker, huge Undertaker mark. And I just sat through, what was it, since 23 roughly, Jisby? with my hands behind my in front of my head and going like this. I don't want to. No, Batista, don't you fucking dare. No. 24 Edge. Oh fuck, here we go. Edge has been having so many run-ins. 25. Oh, that 25 match, I nearly fucking. He was sitting next to me. I was dead. When Sean kicked out of the tombstone at the first time, I was fucking dead. I was sitting going, it's over. No!
I was going, it's over. Come on. Yes, Sean.
I was, and then when 26, I wasn't so bad because I knew it was probably going to be. It was going to be the retirement.
Yeah.
And then
Mr. I Don't Job comes
out.
out.
And then Dickhead comes out and turns around and goes, I'm going to beat ya. So, I'm going, he probably will.
The thing is, I didn't want him to win last year. But maybe, since I'm there, and it would really get to you, I might become a Triple H fan for that one night. Just to say, I was there to see that streak end.
You'll sit there and go, guess what, Dan? What was the coincidence between me being there and me not being there?
Yeah.
Well, he won all his other matches, didn't he, Dan? I'm not going to say anything, but, you know.
Nah, if Triple H wins, it's wrong. It is wrong, like, because...
Well, the thing is, on the WrestleMania DVD, the true story behind WrestleMania, everyone talks about the streak.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody ever caught this or seen any bits of it. But on the streak...
They talk about Hulk Hogan?
No. WrestleMania did.
Oh, WrestleMania streak. Oh, the second streak.
Oh, yeah, the second streak.
Notice he didn't correct us on that one. There was no correction on that comment.
You mean the second streak?
Right. But
you had your chance, fuck you.
So they talk about it, right? And they're going, and everyone's going, even Cena and Vince go, I don't think it should be broken.
Yeah.
Jericho comes along, goes, I think he wants it to be broken. I'm going, no!
Yes.
Bad Jericho! Bad!
Yeah. I liked your idea about Drew McIntyre possibly being 20, you know? I did.
Yeah, that was a good idea, and I was hoping for that, but as soon as I found out that it was going to
What about Kane, though? What about Kane?
If you were going to have the trifecta, the trilogy, or whatever you want to call it, surely it would have been Kane.
What about a triple threat match?
No.
Right,
Let's not stack the odds anymore.
No. Then Triple H pins Kane. Then, Kane pins Triple H. Then what? Ooh, because he technically hasn't been beaten.
No, but he has lost the match. Therefore, it goes to 19-1.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Jasmine, how far away are we from you just saying call Sting and get him to end the streak?
No, because if there was going to call Sting, I was respect Sting for not doing this as well, because what would be the point of getting Sting to job the Undertaker? There was no gain for Sting.
I said beat Undertaker.
No.
I like to point that. But no.
What about last year now?
WWE can't offer Sting a dime. You know, they can't offer him anything that'll get him to come over.
Well, he says he refuses to go over.
Exactly.
As long as Vince McMahon's in charge, he refuses.
To be honest with you, I just think because
that would be good though. If Sting ended the streak and they had to bring someone in from like past that they've never used and build that up.
But
and it's like, Undertaker never faced me.
One of the matches I always wanted to see back in the day when I was a kid was when it was first starting. You know, you had Jimmy Snuka and you had the Snake.
Yeah.
I wanted Macho Man.
Yeah.
I really wanted Macho Taker. I thought them two could have had a hell of a match at WrestleMania, and. Just Macho of it. I know it's one of those ones that you think back and go, why didn't he? No, he got Giant Gonzalez. Why didn't he get this guy? No, he got King Kong Bundy. Yeah. Really? Can we not keep? Why does Taker keep getting shit on so many times?
You got Diesel.
Well, yeah, Diesel.
No.
Diesel was the first one he got where it was a legitimate threat.
Oh dearie me. you just go. I've just checked the calendar to find out. When our first April show is,
it would be the week before, I believe.
No, because WrestleMania is on April 1st.
Yeah.
So basically, the first run of the week of April is the day after WrestleMania.
I'll be at Raw.
Yeah.
Yes. So another one you can make fun out of me of.
So basically,
well, no, because the first one we'll be doing is Thursday the 5th.
No, it's not run of the week. So correct it. It's Saturday. So back out. So when will you be back? From Miami.
I think I'm back Wednesday sometime.
See, we've got to
also
try
a
and
Thursday show possibly.
See, what we'll do is we're either going to have you on the show. That we'll either do a show that week, or we'll give you a special resting period. We'll just do it the week after. So, because obviously we'll just end up be double booked like that, but that'll be fine. So what we'll do is for the WrestleMania one, we'll let you get home, get some notes written up, and we'll all agree to do the show for that week instead. Right, awesome stuff. Because we want to hear from the Jizmy. WrestleMania, I don't actually know what I'm doing yet. I might be, because obviously I want to watch it with my little brother.
Yeah.
The Lone Walker 1, who I'm doing a show with him this weekend. It's called Shout. It's a podcast basically where you get 4 guys together and we just rant about random shit, you know.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah, and
Sounds very similar to us.
Yeah, but it's not just about wrestling.
Oh wow!
No.
Wow, what a show about
even
wrestling.
better.
Yeah, you know, you guys could be guessing the show sometime.
Yeah, sure.
Definitely.
I just got a horrible fear that that's going to be a wrestling show again.
No.
But
I have a interest outside of wrestling.
But
Innocent murder of animals.
We can talk about we can talk about comics, right?
yeah, whatever you want to But basically, what's going to happen? Basically, I think the best way of ending the show, I want to give some shout outs to people, right? I want to talk about shout. You know, I
like shout outs.
I want to give shout outs to some people. So, how about anyone you want to give a shout out to? It could be more than one, but any websites you want to, or any projects you got coming up. Anyone?
I'll go first. I'll go.
Yeah, go.
Well, I'm currently working on a comic book.
Right, excellent.
Hopefully, it should be starting drawing periods in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully, released locally in the northeast and particularly Newcastle by the end of the year. It's going to be called Norman Smith is Playing, where it just picks a guy who's got no powers, nothing else, and sits and basically does what we did, blogs and all that, when everyone else in the world's got a superpower.
Jizmy, anything you want?
I would like to shout out to the Blue Wing Panther crew, which is Sinjid, Chopsticks and Engelheimer. We've been making videos, one's a games review, a movies review, and one's collector's corner. So them videos have started filming last Saturday, so hopefully they should be on YouTube soon, and that should be an interesting show. And I want to shout out to the WrestleMania crew, Anna, Gary and Stephen, who will be joining me on my adventure to Miami, which we all can't wait for.
And probably hate me at this point.
Possibly.
Yes, they will.
They already hit me.
Hashtag hate Steve Jones 313. Watch my look, that'll trend.
Yeah. Any
dear.
publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
Sure.
I always question that one myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but shout outs. First shout out has got to go to Race Cannon, who you can find on cannonball.deviantart.com. He is the guy that does our artwork. Photo by he's working on more graphics for the show and all that. And,
So that you're not sitting watching.
Can I request something?
Yeah.
Can I have more of a beard, please? But well done on everything else.
Yeah, basically, Jizmy wants more of a beard race. If you could sort that out, that would be awesome.
Thank you.
I have to comment that his hair's a little bit less than
Look.
that. And he forgot the bald spot on the top of his head.
He's trying the Hulk Hogan haircut.
Hulk Hogan is not bald. You can get sacked
It's
for
really,
comments like that.
it's really bad when I'm nicking fucking jokes from Triple H.
It really
I also want to give out a shout out to Scott Dunn, and if you don't know who Scott Dunn is, there's a reason. It's because he's the guy who does our theme. Wait, we haven't got a theme yet? That's right. He's working on it, the good lad. I met him up last night because we worked together for Red 5, which is now gone. The company's still there, but not for long.
Just like the wrestling show.
Yeah, but yeah, basically Scott Dunn's working on a theme song for us, you know, so that's going to be great when we eventually get round to getting that, you know.
Is this a theme song or is it a theme
It's
tune?
it's a theme tune, I suppose, you know. There's no lyrics, you know.
Oh no, I prefer that.
Exactly.
I
you know.
prefer
I also want to give a shout out to the Lone Wolf who's going to be doing a new podcast, and who else should we give a big shout out to? How about we just give a big shout out to all our listeners, you know, all 3 of us.
All our Twitter followers.
All our Twitter followers, and again, you can follow us. You can follow me at that was on the edge there. It's all about me. But you can follow me at Steve Jones 313.
Or you can follow me at Eric Van Jisme with a silent D.
Yeah, of course, the D is silent.
Yes, that's the part of that you have to worry about.
Yeah.
Not the spelling of Jisme, or that Eric's got a K in it.
Yeah.
It's that the D is silent.
That's
That's what you have to worry about.
Yes.
Fuck the spelling, the
And I'm being
pronunciation's
completely,
important.
completely serious.
And you can follow Dan Allison at King632.
That's correct.
If
All
you really
caps.
want to.
It's always going to be on. Of course, we want to.
To be fair, none of you have. I've noticed that these two have got new
I've
followers.
got new followers, yeah.
These two got new followers. Not King Geek here. Come on.
Yo,
Help the guy out.
hashtag follow King632. Oh dear.
I know I was rude last week, but fuck it out.
Maybe just people are dyslexic and they've just followed the wrong person.
Yeah, they followed someone called Kevin.
I said dyslexic, not retarded.
Or is it 632? That must be 236, though.
Oh, one day, Dan. One day.
Fuck off. You put that sign at WrestleMania, I'm gonna kick off on
No, you should go to WrestleMania with a total markout sign, man. He doesn't give a shit. He's going to WrestleMania.
Hashtag total markout.
Hashtag.
Get it right.
Yeah.
I'll get us trending. One of us has to. I'm doing all the publicity work going to TNA and WrestleMania.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'll
can't
put
be-
us on Yahoo Answers.
Yeah, you can't be fucked to retweet the shit I post. Even when it's advertising the show, you fuckwit.
I advertise the show.
So do I, but you don't retweet my shit. I retweet your shit.
I don't retweet.
Not literally.
I don't retweet. It's a rule I have.
Well,
I like my shit has to be my shit on Twitter. It adds them up. And,
Yeah, so.
You're stupid.
Alright, hold on. So your shit has to be your shit. So your one word reply to me is date right. Was that simply so you could just put another tweet on?
He's got to get those tweet counts, so he's got to try and beat me.
I like numbers.
Like stats.
I love stats. I can give anybody a
It ain't
stat.
stat, it's a fact.
Well,
My stat of the day.
what?
Ricardo Rodriguez has won 25% of his TV matches on WWE.
I like that.
Ooh, yeah, brother man. Dit!
I would sign us off. But apparently we've got Macho Man Randy Savage here. If we're going to have impressions now, could anyone do impressions? Can you do Macho Man?
Ooh, yeah, brother man, I'm the cream of the cream. You see, when me and Liz, we go all the way to the top, yeah, man. Give you a little bit of hair for never to fall. Dig it. Something like that.
You got any? Alright, in which case we're going to close out the show. Ace, can you do it? Cheers, mate.
Alright, I'll do it. As you know, I'm the executive vice president.
Never mind. Thanks for listening, guys. Bye now.
Brother.
But I wanted.
Shut the fuck up! Shut it!
Mark out.